Alrighty. We should be going live. Let's see, we had an update, so we'll have to see how things are doing. I mean, I had switched the, I could show you the, well, I was going to do audio quick. We're actually down low enough for all of that. Was it video? Yeah, graphics. I had already turned it down to, Ultra, I believe. Yeah. Pretty sure I have it at Ultra, yeah. So, and that seemed to have fixed it, so. Now we're just waiting for people to join in, so we should, oh, I should check and see if the notifications got sent out. So, yep, Discord sent it out, and YouTube sent it out, so if anybody wants to watch, they now can. Make sure everyone that's watching likes the stream and tells me that you're here, otherwise I'm going to think I'm all by myself. Alright. I won't be able to do like a full 4-hour stream today because I have a doctor's appointment in the early afternoon, but I should be able to do a couple hours, maybe 2 or 3. See what happens. See how it goes. Ooh, stream chat's already got someone in it, says I'm here. Oh good, and it's up on my screen. So I think I play this game with a controller. Bullet 315 says I am already here. Bullet knows. He knows. He's always here. So we're going to continue. So yes, after the last stream failed so spectacularly, and I finished my Kingdom Come Deliverance stream, I popped back on here and started dicking with the settings to see if I could get it to work, and that's when I found out that all you had to do was turn off ray tracing, turn it down to Ultra, and then it worked fine. So, we'll be picking it up right in White Orchard, not, because we were like in the woods right outside, so now we're in White Orchard, but I made sure not to progress through the story because I didn't want to skip anything. So, we should be able to, ooh, that feels floaty. Why does that feel so weird? Oh, I'm overburdened, that's why. Yes, I picked up all the loot between there and here, so I've got a bunch of stuff on me. Hopefully I'll be able to sell it right away. Hey, Petra's here, and Petra says hello. Hello, Petra. My mic keeps phasing in and out of the stream, and I don't like that. Maybe I should just put it off screen? Or maybe I should put it all the way on screen? I don't know. Nudging the ladies' cups, that's just rude. Sir Dave Zilla said, Monster Stream 2, Electric Boogaloo. That is the way to go.
What?
What?
Take that down before there's trouble.
That is a coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there.
Morning, Dave Zilla. I didn't say that when you commented.
Temeria no more, old man.
Good morning.
It's Nilfgaard now.
My arse it is.
He's upset. I'm very good at reading people's moods and everything, and you may not be able to tell, but that guy is not happy that Nilfgaard has invaded and defeated Temeria. So, a little bit of pro analysis there. My mustache is getting long. I'm either going to have to trim these edge hairs or start twisting it up or something. Vesemir looking old.
Drink with Weaver lost freaks.
You'd think if people were that afraid of Witchers, they wouldn't be constantly, like, criticizing them like that. Hey, that guy stole Henry's kettle hat. It's always something. Henry can never get past it.
Folk are jumpy around here. Armies just passed through. Now a Griffin's prowling about.
Already had the pleasure. Ran into your kinsman, Bram.
Bram? How is he?
He's great. He's got a stupid name, but he's great other than that.
Food and drink on the house. What can I get you?
Gwent? Alright, maybe I could sell my stuff.
Got behind the counter.
Hey, she's got Gwent cards. Nice. I can't sell any of all the stuff I picked up. See, oh, I could sell that stuff, good. Can I sell weapons? Oh, beans, I can't. Well, I can sell the torch. Well, I have 284 crowns. We'll pick up all the cards we can. Yay, we were able to get all the cards, look at that. And we'll sell everything we can to hopefully get a little less overburdened. We'll do... Where is it? There. Oh, she ran out of money fast. I did notice afterwards, I saw that, I don't know if it was CD Projekt Red, shared it on Twitter, but someone shared it, that they included one of the things that I disliked about The Witcher 3, and there's very few things I disliked about The Witcher 3, but one of them was that guards at anywhere on the map were just unstoppable killing machines with more health than any of the monsters in the game, and could usually one-hit kill you. I hated that. It was like immersion breaking, and they added one of the mods that brings them down to just be like regular bandit level, so that was a good change. I can't wait to test that one out. So I saw Jonas Goldendick popped in, says Henry's been reborn in another world. Well, it could be the same world. It's just, remember, after the conjunction of the spheres, all of the magic and monsters come in. So there's theories that the Witcher universe could be our world, just way in the future, or way in the past, before recorded history. But I don't believe that theory. I think in the future is better.
Especially hard to forget this one.
Plenty of travellers about, though. Folk from all over. Might be worth your while to ask after her.
Could be, could be. I just did, though, so.
Pretty busy place you got.
Nations on the move. Some search for kin, others just want to get out of the way of the armies. They all need food, drink, and a night's rest in warmth.
That's true, they do.
War's been good for your trade.
Aye.
Geralt,
So
don't be a
far.
dick.
But it'd be better.
There a contract on that Griffin?
No, used to be. Soon as a beast had built a nest nearby, the alderman would start a collection, or go to the Lord for help. Now the alderman don't use the privy without asking the Black One's permission first.
That probably annoys the black ones a little bit. Having the guy running up to him asking him if he can take a piss.
We might have done something, but not for free.
No, not for free.
Thanks for everything.
What type of playthrough should I do? Should it be very Witcher authentic? So should I, like, not do anything for free? Or should I do, like I normally do and make Geralt generous and giving? What should I do? What do you guys think? Sir Dave Zell says, no, Outfuture seems assuredly to be the commie wave that sunk the Fallout world. That's fair. I think Fallout makes more sense for the future. Especially considering we're getting close to
We'd rather not draw any attention.
fusion becoming something to actually generate power on a small scale. So, who knows? Maybe we'll have Fallout type tech soon.
I'm looking for someone.
And we seek some peace and quiet.
Don't be rude.
Freak, for your breath sours my beer.
You are very, very rude.
Raven-haired woman dressed in black and
Dare
white.
to baste.
Seen her? Talk.
Folks say the lady rode through the village a few days back. Galloping so fast she knocked Radabor into a ditch.
Which way did she go?
Dunno. Lots of tracks leading off the main road. Could have gone anywhere.
Oi, people!
Back to the Future used fusion.
Uh-huh. And I'll take your tongue if you don't shut up.
I like the way he raises his eyes at him like, I'll do it. Don't you try me. Mark Pegs popping in. Hypermapping says, oops, sorry, I misspelled dare to antonym of Liena. So, Liena is apparently the antonym of based. Ooh, we get to play a game of Gwent already, I believe. Dave Zill says, yeah, I saw the story about that the other day and figured I'd start ordering my power armor now. I'm just figuring a car that's fusion powered. Power armor would be cool, don't get me wrong. But I feel like we'd run into a killdozer type situation.
Geralt of Rivia. Which?
Don't care about any of this. Let's just skip all the dialogue so I can play some Gwent. Everyone knows The Witcher 3 is just an excuse to play Gwent.
Quite tired.
I think I wish.
Interesting. War week.
Nope.
Many.
True. This.
There we go. Now we'll be able to play Gwent.
Go. So long.
A moment, Witcher. You strike me as a man of the world. Are you familiar with Gwent?
And of course, playing at the beginning here, where you've only got like a handful of cards, is a bit more challenging, but it's definitely fun. I love playing Gwent.
Splendid. Here's how it's done.
I know how it's done. I'm an expert. All right, Northern Realms. I assume I don't have, any other cards. So we have 21 out of 22 for what? Do I not have enough cards, or I just have to put extra in? All right, let's assume that my starting deck is okay. We'll add some more Blue Stripes Commandos for sure. Gotta add the Catapult. Do I have any Crinford Reavers in here already? Okay, no, we don't. So we'll take out these infantry. I don't like them. Alright, 22. That's where we have to stay. Did I have any 1 damage archers? No, no. Okay, that's probably the best. Do I have multiple leaders? Okay, I do. Penetrable fog. Clear any weather effects? Well, definitely that one. Alright, let's start the game. I am the Scourge of Texas. I shall hoard and repurpose every piece of technology to ravage the state. That's fair. Alright. Let's get rid of torrential rain. Ooh, blue stripes. Did I already have a blue stripes? Nice. Redanian foot soldier. Nice. That's not bad. Alright, we'll start her off with an archer. And he copied us. Well, then we'll put down an infantry. Aha, siege. Well, it's only level 5. Well, I'll put down a 6 and risk a scorch. Well, only another archer. I don't want to use my Crinford Reavers. Well, actually I could, since I don't have any draw 2 cards. No, I'll stick with infantry. Because I can't remember if I draw one when I win. Ooh. That's okay, we can live with that. I'm gonna put this in to level up my siege, and let's see what he does. Come on, pass. I will risk... Well, it's not really a risk, because I have my special ability to clear it too, so... Now we'll see what he does. So he's doubling down on archery. 20. I've already put too many cards in here, so I don't want to lose this hand. What should we do? Estonian Gamer says, oh, well, hello there. Hello, Estonian Gamer. We're risking a game of Gwent early game. Yay, he passed. Okay. Let's see what he does. I should get a card. A fog card, of course. Crap, and I go first. Well, we'll put the fog down first. We're going to let him play out his cards, so that way I can just win the round 3. Ha! Noise. Well, maybe I'll win this hand. Well, I'm in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's see if he can make up the difference. He cannot. Unless he's got something to double that card. Let's pass. Dave Zill says, today's a fine day to hew some trees and cook chicken. Figured I'd start the foodie stream early. That's fair. It is colder than a witch's tit where I live, so I would not want to be outside cutting down trees right now. Especially considering everything's covered in ice and the trees are just breaking in half all over the place, so don't want that. Estonian Gamer says, I see you upgraded from PowerPoint. Yes, we are back to playing the game in a very playable state. Not only did they release a PC patch for it yesterday, but I also just turned off ray tracing. So, it still looks quite good, but it also isn't janky as hell. Here's our miraculous card to Gwent. What card did we get from him? Zoltan Shive. Well, let's talk to Gaunter O'Dim, a person who is surely nothing more than just someone sitting at the table at the inn.
Not like everyone.
I'm looking for a woman. Like everyone. Who here in the chat today is looking for a woman? He seems to think everybody is. Are you guys looking for a woman?
Fine, I'll have a drink.
Estonian Gamer says, look at his nose. What about his nose?
You seen her or not?
Dave Zilla says it's in the low 40s here. A bit cool, but much better than summer. It's in the low 40s here, but the 40s that are below 0. I'm just kidding. It's not that cold, but it is below 0.
Yet you described her perfectly.
It's cold, and snowy, and ice is all over everything, and windy.
How do you know Yennefer?
Estonian Gamer, why should we look at his nose?
Dandelions ballads, of course. The only way a humble merchant might hope to rub up against greatness. Unless, that is, he's as lucky as I am.
And runs
Estonian Gamer says, here, it's also below 0. Well, Estonian Gamer, are we talking below 0 Fahrenheit or Celsius?
The Butcher of Blaviken.
You seen Yennefer?
Dave Zill says, I could use a new lady. Mine has an undesirable attitude problem.
About love?
Yeah, that's... I'm not going to say anything.
Guessed it. It's love.
Yeah, I was going to say something, Dave Zilla, but I don't want to do that.
You know.
Too many people that watch my stream might get the information back to my wife.
Who would have thought?
And she might be watching my stream.
Get to the point.
Just lurking in the chat waiting for me to say something mean.
Garrison saw her.
Where?
Instead, I'll say this. The other night, she made a fried chicken dinner like I'd been asking her to for a while, and she did a very good job. It was good stuff. Had fried chicken, biscuits, coleslaw, and mashed potatoes and gravy.
Exchange with the garrison
Good stuff.
and raced off.
Where to?
I'm not omniscient.
Yes, you are.
Garrison.
You liar.
Thanks.
We men of the road must stick together. Perhaps one day I'll be in trouble, and you'll be nearby to help.
Ooh, how, Crazy D Entertainment popping and saying, hello, everyone. So now I have to go ask the Nilfgaardians. Ooh, what have we got here?
Done drinking.
For now. Redneck Zeus popping in saying, howdy, look at that. The whole crew's here. Herc 2?
Don't want your car.
That's just rude. Can you believe these guys? Celsius makes a lot more sense than Fahrenheit. The 0 of Celsius is the freezing point. Yes, I know, but below 0 Celsius is not the same as below 0 Fahrenheit. I mean, here it's below 0 Fahrenheit, so freezing here is 32 degrees. We've got a ways to go before 0. So, I was just saying, it's a bit colder here than it is in Estonia. Ah, how do I hit? There we go. Haha, got him. These guys ain't very strong. Look at them, they're all level 1. What a bunch of punks. Ah! I keep hitting the left bumper to try to block. Oh look, some bloody twats want some spanking. They definitely wanted spanking, didn't they? Is that Roach? Yeah, it's Roach. Ooh, good, the trader's here. I can go get rid of some of this stupid loot that's weighing me down.
Let's go.
Hello, mate.
We meet again.
Yes, we do. You're welcome.
See you manage.
Yeah.
What are you offering?
Let me have a look at you.
Alrighty. Well, he's got the Temerian armor, which I can't wear yet because it requires level 4, which we're not at. But I can buy the good stuff for Roach. That's all good stuff there. So, let's sell all of our loot that we've picked up. And hopefully have enough. I'll sell these two. They're not all that good. Oh, he doesn't have any left. So we've got 611. What do these cost? 183, 229. We might have enough for everything. Look at that, we do. So we can upgrade our Roach equipment right away. And we can sell the rest of this crap to get some of our money back. Look at that, we're already off to the races. And we can buy this. What is it? Griffin decoction. Well, we want that. Go kill the cows. That'll get you in trouble. Mark Peg says strengths and BL2. BL2. BL2.
Take care.
Oh, Bannerlord? Is that what you mean? Estonian Gamer says, I lagged for a second. I see you spank them twats hard. Yes, I did. That's a lot of swords. Yes, it was. Alright, let's inventory. We'll equip that stuff on Roach. Equip. Look at that. Roach is off to the races. He's doing much better now. So we can go ahead and sell that saddle right away, too.
Greetings.
I thought this guy had Gwent cards. That's what I was planning on buying from him. The most important thing. Let's sell those, that saddle. We can also sell those signs that we don't need right now. Look at that. We're back up to 297. We're doing pretty good. Yes, Bannerlord. Yeah, when you said BL2, I was like, BL2? It would be M and B2, because Bannerlord is the subtitle. Well, want to kill the cows and see what happens? I'm pretty sure they turn into a wicked monster. So let's, save quick. Come here, cows. How many times do I have to kill him before he turns into the monster? Pick some of these flowers. Because I know they patched that, because it was like the money and XP exploit at White Orchard that you could get ridiculously high just by killing the cows over and over and over again. The good old Witcher looking like they aren't into kinky shit. Alright, let's rest, right? If we meditate. The cow should be back alive. Yeah, look at that. Making me a slingshot. Gonna hunt bears. Come back here, cow. I have to kill you. I've upset the guards. Why? I'm just killing cows.
You'll never learn.
Look at that. Nilfgaardian soldier's only level 4. Haha. A few rounds, yeah. Like I said, I know it doesn't take crazy long. But you just keep doing the meditating thing and then it eventually will be a beastie boy. Let's just go, though. I want to go to the, jump. I want to go over to the garrison and check out the... Ooh, Roach is looking sick. POV, you're Sturgian townsmen. You see a massive Valandian horde trying to climb the ladders, but they absolutely get massacred. Sturgians. It depends on that. Sturgians don't have terribly good, archers. That's the biggest weakness in Sturgia is the archers. Because they're okay. They work relatively well, the top tier ones. But, not great. Stoning Gamer says, good old Witcher soundtrack. I think of it all the time. Like, something will start being, I'll be like, oh, wind's howling. It's a very, memorable soundtrack, I'll say that. If only I had some Nilfgaardian armor, I know I could sneak into the, House of Respite and get a hold of the new helmet that they added to the game.
Place of power.
Ooh, a place of power. I should draw from it. Ooh, a wraith. I gotta stop hitting right bumper trying to do combat in this game. Yoinks. Where'd he go? Wraith lady, come back. I know you ain't dead. Oh, she probably went down into the thing. Well, let's do this. Damn right I gained an ability point. Roach. Good boy. I love this game. It's iconic. Come on, Wraith.
Like that silver.
How do you like that silver? That's another one. It's a solid game. Did the loot pile go upstairs? Of course it did. Look at that. Sidaran Gambison. Ooh, what's this guy got? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Roach or Pebbles? Definitely Roach. Like I said, I'm not sentimental about Pebbles. If anything, it would be like Roach or Warhorse Yenda. There we go, we cleared a dungeon. Look at that, our first dungeon in the game and we've cleared it. It's like we're experts. Where did the loot pile from the Wraith go? Or did it not have one? That's lame. I wanted some Wraith mutagen.
Pretty damn hot.
Pretty damn hot. There we go. Look, a bunch of people hanging on hanging poles. Beat the game on hardcore with Pebbles or you are soy. I don't know about that, Mr. Dave Zilla. Ooh, a guarded treasure. Let's dismount again. Ooh, this time for some, let's see if we can blow this up. Oh no, that's right, we have to igni it. Come on, wolves. Yeah, we got some of the wolves with it. Ooh, yikes. That's a good poisoning. Get out of here, warg. Ah! I forgot how to heal. Is there a sign to heal? I know that... yeah, swallow, that'll heal me. How do I equip that? Equip, there it is. And then what's the other one? White honey? No. Oh, I must not have it yet, the blue one. Don't think I'm ready for hardcore Pebbles. No, let's just consume some of the food. I can't consume food during combat? You can't stop to quick rifle down a bunch of cheese wheels? Now I'm gonna have to remember in the couple seconds I have how to consume a potion, otherwise I'm gonna die right away. Whoo-wee! That was close. Alright, how do I... there we go. There we go. Alright, I figured it out. So I just have to remember, avoid the poison gas. It's a little dangerous. Oh, I was like, that wasn't very good. It's a little bit better, I guess. Alright. Save game. Definitely not a starting gamer, says I'm not, so I never bought nor upgraded my horse pedals. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I'll say that's how you whistle. What do you say? What do you mean I can't eat sausage, cheese, and beer while fighting wolves? Yeah, it's not very Wisconsin-y. Delicious. Potato 1, useful. Potato 2, better at fighting. Potato 3, better at commanding armies. Potato 4, better wife. Potato 5, useful in sieges. Potato 6, potato wins neg diff. That's funny. Why are you freaking out, horse? Calm down. I was back when I, in my first playthrough of this game, at the Nilfgaardian thing here, I was obsessed with trying to actually loot all of the stuff in there, and every time you steal anything, all the guards attacked you. So it was definitely a process. It's a stupid one to do because you don't make any money, because you lose more money once they've arrested you than you could make from all the stuff that you loot, but 'tis what it is. We're gonna run this way. Oh man, they stopped me right away.
Camp. No locals allowed without the express consent of the garrison commander.
I am the garrison commander.
Like a local to you?
You look like trouble.
Dead wrong. I make trouble go away. I'm a witcher.
I'm a witcher.
Captain Peter Sugwin Levy is in the tower. Turn right, past the gate.
Guessing your captain's got work for me.
This is the army, Nordling. There is no guessing. To the tower.
That was a guess.
Go.
So, I should just leave. Be like, you know what? No, you guys are being rude. What are we gonna loot here? Ooh, a Dorian sword, not bad. Sidaran Gamson, not bad. 33 Orans, also not bad. Don't fall! So you don't want to fall off that, because you'll die. Crazy D Entertainment says, I'm a witcher. Hey look, a trader guy.
Password.
How's morale around camp? Don't really care, I just like asking questions. Craft something for me? He could repair my stuff, couldn't he? Oh, looks like my stuff's all good. Good, good, good. Shop. He's got some diagrams. Don't really need any right now. But then again, let me see what they are, because if they're rare, I don't want to miss them. Witcher destroys Valandia Ultra Neg Diff. Lexi1397 says, hell yeah, The Witcher. That's right, hell yeah, The Witcher. And as she said, don't forget to like the stream. That is true. If you haven't already, that is the thing to do. Dorian Sword, Disclair, Velen Longsword. None of those are too terribly important, so I'll just leave them. Did I have anything to sell, though? Yep. Look at that. We're up to 424. We're almost back up to what we started at before we bought Roach all of his armor.
How much grain will your village?
Crazy D Entertainment says, I checked the like button. Does work indeed. Good. Everyone's got to make sure it works.
Look at my hands. Look. See the calluses? These are not the hands of an excellency, but of a farmer. So we speak peasant to peasant. How much can you give?
40 bushels. There'd be more, sir, but our lads, the Temerians, that is, took from us earlier and...
You will give 30, and that will do. Let us settle on it, and I wish to see the transport soon.
Fair. That seems fair.
Thank you,
Lets him name the price, and then cuts it down from there.
The elderman and the smith, Willis. But it is said he is a dwarf. You are too tall to be him.
World's greatest detective.
Very perceptive of you. Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
Vatgern.
Lexi1397 says, I have to take my dog outside. I'll be back in about 15 minutes. Alright, sounds good.
Yennefer of Vengerberg. Where was she headed?
That is a military secret.
Haven't thrown me out yet. Haven't called the guards. So go ahead. What's your price?
There is a Griffin in the area. Slay it, and then I shall see what I can do.
Okay.
It's a deal. Some questions before
Dave
I
Zell is
start.
right. You know the penalties for not liking.
It kept to the Vulpine Woods at first. I sent a patrol there, 5 young men.
Lexi1397 is going to take his Darethard outside. Kenny Crabtree says, looks like the hotfix smoothed some things out compared to last week. Yes, definitely. I think it's running quite a bit better.
Griffin has grown bold. Attacks in villages, fields, on the main road.
Meaning it's abandoned its lair. Gonna have to set a trap.
I judge from your tone this will not be easy. What do you require?
I'll need bait. A specific herb. Buckthorn. Scent should lure the Griffin from 10 miles off.
Buckthorn? I do not know this. But I am not yet fluent in the common tongue.
I like how he even calls it the common tongue, even though he doesn't know
Hands
it.
up. Kill them.
No. First came idioms. Don't play with fire, for example.
That doesn't make any sense. Idioms would be one of the last things you would learn.
Herbalist. She lives
You
near
would learn the
crossroads.
literal
She
first,
will
you wouldn't learn the figurative.
Need more information about this Griffin. It's sex.
Come on, Hyper, don't hate on our dad Darethard too much. We missed you at Thanksgiving. All the butter
I
went to
won't say
waste.
anything I don't
That's
already
true.
know. I need to go where your men died. Look
Not
around.
appreciating the butter
What's the name of the
harvest
hunter
is
who
what
found
gets
them?
you to that beta Chad energy.
He has a hut south of the village, very near the wood. Helpful fellow. A little strange, though.
Tamira and Mislav. Thanks.
I'm gonna have to meditate because I'm looking rough. Also, I used up all my health potions on accident. There we go. Looking a little bit better. See, I can take the stuff in here without getting in trouble. And I want to say there's something over on this other side. I'm pretty sure if you go up into here, I can bust down a wall, and then there's loot behind it. Let me find out where it is. Somewhere out here, I think. Maybe up? Here? Doesn't look right. There's somewhere. I remember there being loot somewhere up here. Maybe it's up even higher.
We have much work to do here. Quite a lot.
Do we? Maybe if I pop down?
Dark and putrid.
Ow. Oh yeah, they patched the fall damage too, so now a fall like that doesn't just kill you. Meditate on the butter. Butter stalks as far as the eye can see. Sorry, I was just busy throwing Leon off a cliff. Wow. Key required, eh? Estonian Gamer says I'm back now, I am. Where were you? I didn't even know you were gone. I mean, I noticed that you weren't chatting, but that could mean anything. There, we can rob this place now. I could swear there was like a crumbling wall back there or something, but whatever. I guess I shall leave. Go to talk to Mislav and dope shit or whatever her name was. Can't remember. Enjoying my cough drop, keeping me from coughing too much.
That's it, Roach.
That's it, Roach. Come on, Roach. Let's go. Dang, he's looking sharp in that Temerian horse gear. Me mama came in and wanted to have a wee chat, she did. Sounds a little Irish.
Roach.
Run, Roach. Can I not fast travel on horseback? Weird. Oh, am I going the wrong way anyway? I guess I'll go this way. Wait. Save. We gotta keep saving. Early in the game like this, it's pretty easy to die. So, gotta make sure I save often enough. Ah! Roach? What the heck?
Faster.
Faster. Yes, quickly. Faster, run into the tree. Move it or lose it, boys.
Whoa, Master Witcher.
Ooh. Got someone that needs my help. Ooh, a merchant.
Monsters from the swamp. Folk said the road was fraught with peril, but I wouldn't listen. Got my comeuppance now.
Oh, of course it is.
Less moaning,
More details. What happened?
And how can I help?
I love his voice.
Remember,
It's like a good Batman voice.
Witcher's code and all.
Yeah, Witcher into some kinky shit, no lie. Yo, definitely. Definitely into that. I mean, the whole unicorn thing definitely puts it a little bit up top.
Suddenly my horse got spooked, ran clear off the road. We hit a bump. I went flying and the horse and cart rolled on. Then I heard
Must have been a hell of a bump.
baying, slurping.
Slurping?
Something came out from the muck, devoured Asher, hooves and all. No doubt my goods are still on the cart, but I'm too afeard to go and see. Thought maybe you. I'm most concerned about a little box. Bring it to me. I beg you.
Fine, I'll go.
Nothing like a good side quest to distract from the main quest. I'll do it. Alrighty. This game made by Poles, after all. That's true. Hey, James Hansen's here, and he says, hey, good afternoon. Hello, James Hansen. Where I am, it is still before noon, but I do wish you a hearty good afternoon. I know that sci-fi source is lurking through the lunch break, and he said he was going to lurk through his lunch break, so I assume wherever he is, it is also afternoon, or at least at noon.
Tracks. Rode off into
Is Jim McDonald in the chat, or what? Jim McDonald. Liena is not allowed in Poland. This game does take place in Poland, just so you know. Beehives.
Here's the cart.
Here's the cart. My name's Doug Cockle.
Did I get the drowner? Hope so. James Hansen says it's 4:54 p.m. here. Oh. It is 10:55 p.m. here. It's weird that we have a minute difference between us.
An arrow. Didn't mention this.
A lot of monsters shoot arrows.
Interesting. I should take a look around. Carts riddled with arrows.
That was a fun... Carts riddled for arrows looks for 4 or 5 more seconds in total silence.
Carts riddled with arrows.
Well, no small box.
Must
There's
be
the
that
small box.
you mentioned. Splattered with blood. Human blood.
Hey, who dis?
Square in the neck. Good shot. Either the merchants got serious.
Mark
memory
Pegg says,
problems,
I'm Batman.
or he's lying.
Hypermapping says 19:55 p.m. here. So at least there's not a minute's difference between hypermapping and I. I just finished playing through God of War 2018 again. It popped on sale on Steam for $20 this weekend. So I picked it up because I liked that game. And I played through the whole thing again. It was a good game. Let's see if we can loot any of these bad boys. There we go. Monster Heart. Not bad, not bad. There's a mod I oftentimes will download for The Witcher 3. It's just a monster loot mod, so they actually drop materials every time you kill them. And I might reinstall it for this, because that was one of the most annoying things about this game, is you have to craft so much stuff, but like you'll kill monsters and for some reason they won't drop anything. Like, you killed them, their whole body is sitting there, so logic would dictate you could take the things off their body that you need, you know, like their heart or their tongue or whatever, but it's like, nope, this one didn't have a tongue, so you can't have it. So that is definitely a mod that I quite enjoy. These are all just explosive barrels. Carts littered with arrows, you don't say. James Hansen says, I have just got this game. Do you have any advice for a noob? Thanks. I mean, My first playthrough, I used Quen, I think it is. Yeah, the shield. I used Quen a lot. I like Ard now, but that's basically the thing that helped me get into it, like learn the combat system early. Because if you use Quen, it gives you that protective shield, which makes it so that the combat is a lot more forgiving, I guess I would say. Other than that, take your time, do the side missions, you know, explore each area, makes the game easier and more enjoyable.
Oh,
and make sure when you're doing missions that you actually look around, because there's usually a secret thing. So if we wouldn't have investigated that and saw the arrows and found the dead body and everything, we wouldn't have the seen through your lies option. We'd just be found it here. But now I can say seen through your lies.
Yeah, found your priceless chest. And someone who looks an awful lot like a cart driver with an arrow through his neck. No dryads in these swamps, and never known a drowner or a water hack to use a bow. So lacking any other suspects, I'm guessing.
Watch out! Behind you!
There's nothing behind me. I'm a witcher, I'd have heard it. Just like I can hear your heart, which is pounding, like a liar's. Best hope you're a better rider than you are a liar.
I hope I left Roach right here. Or maybe it'll put me right on Roach. Go to the bathhouse in the city. Yeah, unfortunately... Oh, come on. It didn't start me on the mount. Ah! Mount him! Go on, Roach! Good, now I'll have a nice long catch-up time. Come on, Roach! Oh, I hate that. You'd think if it's going to make you chase someone down on horseback, at least it could do is let you start on the horse. Come on, buddy. I'm glad I bought that gear. Makes your horse significantly more effective. You got him. Gets me all nervous. Oh, did I kill him?
Gotta get him out of here.
Why? I feel like I don't have to move him at all.
Wake up.
Oh, he's not dead.
Can't run from the truth. Not even on horseback. Now, who are you, and why'd you attack that cart?
Private First Class John Giermer, Temerian 6th Division, 2nd Regiment. Disbanded, but still active. Underground, in the woods.
Hurry up, Pebbles, I mean Roach.
That was a medical
yeah,
transport.
Early on, Roach is,
the black ones. And the medicine. Our lads could use it too. We've many...
Alright guys, who should we side with? Should we give him the medicine to take back to his people, or not? What do you guys think? Should we side with the Nilfgaardians or the Temerians? You let me know, I'll go with what you guys say. Taking you to the Nilfgaardians, I could turn him in, I could let him go, and give him the medicine, or I could say you're free to go, but the medicine stays with me. What should I do? Let him suffer. Alright, people are saying, kill him, Nilfs, let him suffer, Nilfgaard. Alright, looks like we're taking him to the Nilfgaardians. You guys are the best. You go with what I was gonna do. Like, I like taking them in. I don't know why. I kind of like Nilfgaard. I don't like them in the show because their armor looks like a bunch of scroats. But here in the game, I love their armor. It's
I'm taking you to
so
the
good.
Nilfgaardians. You're a murderer, not a soldier.
And you're a traitor. There's a scaffold out there with your...
How can I be a traitor? I'm not Temerian. Let his people die a horrible, painful death. You guys are so hardcore.
What? Yes. Corporal Lifnich set out to command headquarters for medicine. He has yet to return, though he was due back several days ago.
Medicine's here, in this box. And this is a 3-in-1. Liar, thief, and your corporal's murderer.
Plow yourself, mutant.
Captain Peter will see to him.
James Hansen says, what were they thinking when they designed the Nilf armor for the show? I don't know. Because look at that. Look how good that armor looks. The helmets look a little silly. But it matches the description out of the books. And it looks so good. And then in the show, it just looks terrible.
I do not know. I do not ask. Those who take an interest are usually sent straight to the front.
Gotta say, I was kind of counting on a tangible token of gratitude.
A golden, clinky one, in fact.
I thought conviction, not greed. But if that is not the case, here. So you'll remember and tell others that Nilfgaard is generous with those who serve it willingly.
Dave Zill says, I only watched episode 1. Was the show good? So, I also only watched episode 1. And mind you, I didn't stop watching because I hated it. When I was watching, I was like, oh, this is a lot like the books. You know, like it was exactly like the story they were retelling. So, I feel like they adapted it pretty well. I've heard a lot of mixed things about the show. Basically, there's some casting decisions that people don't agree with, and some design decisions that people don't agree with in Season 1. That's what it mostly comes down to, but I think most people like Season 1. I think Season 2 is where people start having a problem with it. But like I said, I've only personally seen Episode 1, so I can't actually say how it is. Mark Pegs says, show sucks. Stunning Gamer says, let his people cough up their own organs. That's brutal. Hyper Rapping says, everything is more baster than Vlandia. This guy just so obsessed with Vlandia. Doesn't want to talk about The Witcher, just wants to talk about Vlandia in a negative way. I like Vlandia. Dave Zilla says, speaking of what? Ask the hunter. Ask the hunter where the bodies hit the floor. Oh, well, we're here, so... Ooh. Did you ever catch House of the Dragon, or are you still holding out? I have added it to my wish list on Voodoo. I'm waiting for it to go on sale. That's all. I'm not going to get an HBO Plus subscription to watch one show. So, I'll wait until it goes on sale on Voodoo, and I'll pick it up on there. Because, yes, I do plan on watching it. I just haven't yet. I mean, after I buy it, I'll probably have it for 6 months before I get the time to sit down and watch it. So, you know. It's like today, right before the stream, I was recording videos, right up until like 10:10, because I was planning on starting the stream at 10, but I had started it was like 45, and I was like, yeah, I should have enough time to record one more video before I start the stream, and it ran late, and that's why the stream started a little bit late. I'm always running from one task right into the next. So... Usually when I get time to watch a TV show or something, I'll have someone over visiting or something, and so it'll be rude for me to work while they're here, so I won't be working on any of the many projects I have to get done, and I'll sit down with them and we'll sit there and watch an entire season of a TV show. So I'm sure that's what'll happen with House of the Dragon. My brother is pretty big into Game of Thrones as well, so I'll wait until sometime when he's visiting for a long time and planning on being there all day, and I'll purchase it, and we'll probably watch the entire thing in one day. That's probably what'll happen. Redneck Zeus says, Season 1 was alright, Season 2 had too much female empowerment and not enough Geralt. Yeah, that's the complaints I've heard, is that it's a show about Geralt, and they took him completely out of most of the storylines, or made him a side character. That's what I had heard. Like I said, I haven't seen it, so I can't say, but I heard it was not great. For me personally, I also didn't like, and now mind you, like I said, I haven't watched enough of the show to see her act, so I don't know how good she is in the role, but I know when I saw the cast list, or the cast photo or whatever, I was disappointed that they specifically went like the exact opposite of the way how a lot of the characters are described. It's Polish folklore, basically, and Triss is supposed to be, you know, fair-skinned, red hair, all that sort of stuff, and then they were like, nah, we're gonna do exactly the opposite of that. And I was like, I don't like those type of casting choices. Like I said, it's one thing if she's like super good and that's the reason you did it, but I don't think that was their motive. Hot D is right. Dave Zilla says, that's fair, that's the only reason you use the app. Yeah, there's nothing else currently on HBO that I want to see that I haven't already seen, you know. Crazy D says, misplaced and incorrect timing for female empowering. Yeah, definitely not a Stunning Gamer says, I had a dream. In the dream, there was the most beautiful tractor I've ever seen. Like, that shit was beautiful. Punish says, hello, Canelo. Hello, Punished. James Hansen says, I blame the showrunner. Yeah, that's fair. I saw that they're doubling down on Rings of Power. They're saying, like, in Season 2, they said, first of all, their claim is that Season 1 was a huge success, and it made tons of money and had a huge audience, which I don't think is true. And Yeah, they're doubling down for season 2 about, they're like, it's all female show, like, it's going to be all female directors, all everything. And I was like, is that going to make the story better? You know, maybe they're going to hire really, really good female directors, and they're just saying it like a diversity thing so they can be like, oh, look, we're doing this thing, and be really, really popular on social media or whatever, but they're also hiring the absolute most talented female directors they can find, and maybe the show will be way better, you know?
I've agreed to kill the Griffin.
It's hard to say what's going to happen.
After I do.
Dave Zill says, people were upset with the Valerians being black too, but it worked brilliantly into the plot. You can pull these things off if they are done correctly in the right spots. Well, that's what I heard about House of the Dragon, is that, yes, they took the Valerians, who are supposed to look like Targaryens. They're described in the books as looking very similar to the Targaryens, and they made them black. And so people were mad about that, which I get, you know, because that's not how they're described. But then they watched the show, and they said that the performances were good, the writing made sense, the plot wasn't contrived, you know, like, you can get away with it if you make the show good enough. But the problem with something like Rings of Power or The Witcher, from what I understand, is that the show isn't good enough. And so they make these big changes to the way that the story's supposed to be, whether it's appearance or lore or whatever, and then they also are really bad at writing, and the actors aren't very good, you know?
Doubt Emperor Emir cares about you. This captain just might.
Liena, absolutely horrendous.
There are no decent men in the army. They're only orders.
Today you will be cancelled if your crew isn't full of black women. Well, luckily my crew is.
Bitterness in you.
Everyone on the Dare to Game team, except for me, is a black woman.
True. And you're in a hurry.
Redneck Zeus says, Tristan the show was actually pretty good, in my opinion. Like I said, I haven't seen the show, so I don't have a developed opinion on her performance. All I had was that I disliked the fact that it looked like they specifically avoided, you know, because there was multiple actresses that look exactly like she's described in the books, and from what I understood, were interested in the role, you know. Dave Zill says, they are described as the Targaryens in the book, but with them being a generational family of seafarers a bit... Well, exactly, Dave Zilla. In a change like that, because the Valerians travel all over the world and could have potentially mixed in, you know, bred with people from far into Siltheros, or just other places in Essos. So yes, I agree. You can easily say that, well, yeah, well, but they look like this now, because 3 generations back, one of the Valerians married a black woman from Nath or something, you know, whatever. You could do that. So it does make sense in that context. Especially considering we haven't had a show before that specifically showed what they looked like. So at the very least, you could say in show canon they look like this, you know, because you're not directly retconning something else. Whereas, like, I think it was in... Now, mind you, I've never seen it, but the Harry Potter screenplay, the Cursed Child... I think someone told me that Hermione in there is because I think at that point she's the Minister of Magic or whatever. She's played by a black woman, and I was like, I've seen the movies, and of course I've read the books and everything, and I'm fairly certain she wasn't black, you know. So something like that is just a direct retcon in every version of the lore. So you can tell that it was a decision made specifically for political reasons. Whereas, like you said, with the Valerians, they're seafarers, and it's very realistic that at some point the family could look very different. Estonian Gamer says, what has this world become? Like, for real, people are snow faces? Oh, I assume you mean snowflakes. It says snow faces. I was like, white people? It's kind of a mean thing to call them, but I guess it's fair.
Must be out hunting.
Someone says I'm fat-phobic. Ah, you're a fat-phobic. Fat-phobic. Means you're afraid of fat.
It's fresh.
I'm afraid of fat.
Just left home.
On me. Crazy D Entertainment says she was supposed to be black, and so is many more. What? Are we talking about Hermione? She wasn't in the books.
You, Ms. Love.
Hear that?
Fat phobes are based.
Wolves.
The problem with fat phobia and body acceptance in general is that we have mountains of evidence that there are health problems related to being fat, And that's a fact, right? Being fat, especially to a very large extent, is less healthy than not being fat. And so, I'm not saying you should run around and beat fat people with a stick, because then people would be running around beating me with a stick, and I don't want that. But is it mean to accept the fact that being morbidly obese is really bad for you? You know, because that's the thing. They're not saying people are discriminating, like they're running around attacking fat people. They're saying if you don't say that it's perfectly fine and healthy to be morbidly obese, then you're fatphobic. Well, that's just ridiculous. Hypermapping says Poland is fatphobic. They're a very baster country. Poland's got a lot of good stuff going on for them. So yes, I agree. Very baster country.
Dogs might, though. So step careful now. Come on. These dogs been a problem for a while now.
Since the war started. Soldier on the march. He'll stop to rape a woman, strangle her, kill her man for a chuckle, even butcher a cow. But a dog, a kick in passing, no more. So these stray
Crazy D Entertainment says, I was fat for a little while, 300 pounds, then I lost the weight and kept it off. But that's the thing to do, right? If you get super fat, the idea is that you should probably lose that weight if you want to continue to live. Or at least if you want to continue to live a healthy life. Estonian Gamer says, I'm 600 pounds and you are a fatphobe because you aren't 600 pounds. Yeah. Well, and obviously the issue with the inversion of what is beautiful, right? Like, it comes around in a bunch of different ways. A lot of wild dogs. And they are huge. Wonder what breed of dogs these must have been before they became what looks like mutated monsters. Lexi1397 says, well, I feel like people should take care of their bodies. Like I said, and at some point, I'm not saying you can't be fat. People are. And some people have a lot of troubles losing weight and keeping it off. Okay. Don't walk around acting like everyone needs to pretend that it's a good thing that you're fat. You know? That society doesn't need to cater to everyone's individual problem. It's like, some people don't have arms. Should we pretend that it's better to not have arms?
Where the Black Army's encamped now.
I'm not saying you should do something mean or discriminate against people because they've got something, a health problem or whatever, but the whole world doesn't revolve around less than 1% of the population. Or, I mean, in America, I feel like 60% of the population is obese, so, you know, maybe there's something to be said for that.
Sorry. Hope you weren't close.
No, not at all.
So, can you show me where you found the Nilfgaardians? Griffin, know anything about it?
Not much. It's not my kind of game.
You're his kind, though.
Level 2, points available 3. No, not meditation. Character? Alright, early game like this, we should probably focus on... What do we got? No, early game we'll focus on melee combat. We'll do this one. And what's the other one? Strength, strong attack. Don't care about that one. No. We'll do this one then. Alright, and we'll upgrade this one again. Then we'll... Ah! That's not what I want to do. It's the opposite of what I wanted to do. There we go. And we'll put in a mutagen. So there we go. Our attack power will be higher. I'm just like, put down the cake and go for a walk, fatty. I mean, yes, for most people, it's not like a genetic problem or a health thing or a thyroid condition. People say that all the time, but for most people it isn't. Yes, there are people who have really, really slow metabolisms, but the key to losing weight, in general, for the vast majority of people, is consume less calories and exercise more, so you burn more calories. That's the formula, you know? So eat less, or at least eat less horribly unhealthy things, you know, carbs and sugar and all that sort of stuff, and exercise more, you know?
The other hung from a branch.
guts, blades stretching down to...
Sony Gamer says, like for real, people are on TikTok
Watch
hate
out
that
for
shit,
yourself
saying,
now.
stop giving a chance to ugly men.
I'll be fine. Not the first Griffin I've dealt with. Not likely to be the last.
I just got back. I'm not fat, but apparently I'm overweight by the doctor's chart. Oh, well, I mean,
Good hunting.
that's where I get the, when I say I'm morbidly obese, it's, I mean, like the doctor's chart.
Celebrating.
The BMI index. 62% of people in Nauru. I don't care if people want to be fat. Let them. Just don't expect the world to turn a different direction just because you want to be. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly my point, too. Some people are fat. You know, like my grandfather, who recently died, was fat his whole life. At one point, when he found out he was diabetic and everything, he ended up losing, I don't know, maybe 80, 90 pounds or whatever. And so, a significant amount, and he, you know, was that much lighter for the rest of his life then. But he was fat his whole life. You know, and he lived into his late 80s, or mid to late 80s. So, I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying, exactly like you said, Dave Zilla. That's fine. You're fat. The rest of the world is designed for people who are not. And it should stay that way because we should encourage people to try to be as healthy as possible. And drink more water. Most of the time when you feel hungry, you're probably just thirsty. That is also true. A great diet tip / just health tip in general, because dehydration is super bad for you, is drink more water. Hydrate frequently. Staying well hydrated will keep you much healthier, help you burn, help your metabolism better. And like you said, a lot of times when you think you're hungry, you're just bored. But if you drink some water, or any no-calorie drink in general, it will fill up your stomach. You won't feel as hungry, and you know, then you won't overeat. So yeah, this is true, Redneck Zeus. Lexi1397 says, I'm 5'2" and 125 pounds. I'm good with where I am, but apparently they say I should be 115 pounds, lol. Stunning Gamer says, water I love. Water is life. Water is tasty. I am 6'3", and I am fat. I weigh 260 pounds. I feel like I should weigh like 220, so I got about 40 pounds on me that I don't need. Crazy Entertainment says, I use the Atkins diet and excessive exercise. I've heard good things about the Atkins diet for cutting weight, but the problem with the Atkins diet is you can't, or any of those major diets, is you can't actually maintain that for a long time. So what you need to do is you use that diet to cut weight, and then you just have to make lifestyle changes to your diet that are maintainable. So like, the problem is if you do any crazy, like the Sugar Busters diet, or the Atkins diet, or a keto diet, or something like that, everyone fails those diets. Because they'll lose a bunch of weight and everything, but eventually you will get burnt out by those extremely strict rules, and you know, you just can't maintain it. So then people put the weight back on. That's why once you get to the point where you've hit your weight and everything, you need to then develop a maintainable diet for you, where you're eating healthier foods, you're controlling your caloric intake, you're making sure you get enough fiber, focusing on protein, avoiding carbs, avoiding sugars, things like that, just as a rule. But it's still food that you like, and you can, you know, feel full, so you're not constantly tempted to overeat, especially indulging in junk food, you know.
Magic.
The most sustainable diets are the primarily, I mean, it would be keto, but your Paleolithic type diets, where you avoid all your processed grains and starches and sugars and all that sort of stuff. You try to stick to meats, nuts, vegetables, that sort of stuff. It's sustainable because you can eat much larger amounts, and so you don't have to feel hungry. The reason why a lot of people, especially like physical laborers, factory workers, stuff like that, get so fat is because their work does make them very hungry and tired, but it doesn't supply them with a whole lot of physical exercise that's great for losing weight. And so they'll get real hungry and tired, and they'll be tempted to eat, and because they're so hungry, they'll overeat, especially, you know, easy to make stuff. Frozen pizzas, bread, crap like that, donuts. Because it feels good in the body, and they overeat. They eat way too much of it, too. It's not just eating one donut, you're eating 6 donuts, you know. And that's how so many working class people in the United States get so fat. We did get #1 sexy time, so the stream must be more successful than last time. Because last time we made it through the entire stream without having a single #1 sexy time. whole foods diet. Is that what I was describing, Redneck Zeus? The Paleolithic diet? Is that the same thing? Stoning Gamer says, I don't eat junk food because I don't like junk food because it tastes like shit. That's true. I would say that, like, back when I was younger, like, during high school and fresh out of high school and everything, I was a big fan of quite a few different types of fast food. Primarily Taco Bell, for multiple reasons, one of which being cheap, but I also really like the food. And other places, Arby's and all sorts of stuff. But nowadays, I can't stand it. Like, every once in a while, I'll be like, you know what, I could go for Taco Bell. Because I hadn't had it in, like 6 months or something like that. And then I'll get it, and I'll regret it immediately. Because I after eating it, I don't feel good. I wasn't happy with the way that it tasted or, like, the satisfaction level with it. And so I just regret it. So avoiding fast food and junk food in general is so much easier once you've done it for a while, because it's probably hard to go cold turkey, but once you've done it for a week or two, it's much easier then, because you have to get hooked on really bad for you junk foods to actually think that they're good. Once you've broken free of that, home-cooked food especially, but also just better food in general, tastes better, fills you up better, doesn't make you feel sick, so it's easier to prefer them, as long as you can afford them. Ooh. That was a lot of swimming I did. Leanna got banned. James Hansen says, pizza's my kryptonite. If the key to being skinny was not eating pizza, that would be super easy for me, because pizza is the opposite of my kryptonite. Like, when I'm trying to decide where to eat at a restaurant, I won't go to pizza unless I'm, to get pizza. I won't do that unless I'm in a group outnumbered and everyone else wants it, because it's my least favorite type of, prepared food. I will eat anything else, tacos, burgers, chicken, anything before I eat pizza. So, I wish that was the key to being skinny. What does he say? Kryptonitimistan. That's the opposite?
Lost your key, ma'am?
No.
Jackpot Dadan says I don't actually feel full.
It's always sat there.
Yeah, that's a problem too, because some people have the advantage of never feeling hungry until they start feeling sick, which is why it's not a full advantage. But yeah, not feeling full ever is bad, because then you're chasing that feeling. The best thing to do if you never reach the feeling full thing is just to carefully plan out the amount and, be like, okay, I ate enough. That's it. It's all about willpower at that level. Stony Gamer says, I rarely feel full. I just know I can't eat more, otherwise my belly will explode. Yeah, it's probably the same thing as Jackpot Dadan. You get the physical feeling when you've eaten so much that you can't fit anymore. You'll have, pain, but it's not the same as the feeling of being full, like being like, okay, I'm no longer hungry. We're talking about dietary planning a lot more in this stream than usual. I haven't eaten anything today. And you guys are reminding me of that. I had that cough drop just now. That's all I've had today.
Another rode up to the hut. But come on.
Just horrendous.
The first fella left, locked the door, hopped on his horse, and that were all I saw of him.
Let's go investigate.
Never taken on a pan contract.
A pan contract?
Fine, I'll go in, look around. You should wait here, just in case.
Fusroda! That's the right words, right? The Witcher says that, right? Estonian Gamer says, any food that I don't make is shit in my opinion. So, it didn't matter if Gordon Ramsay was cooking it for you, or your mom or something, that's all terrible. It has to be made by you. Crazy D Entertainment says, me either, I feel quite hungry. I also feel quite hungry.
Cracked monocle. Interesting.
A monocle? I only know of one person in The Witcher that wears a monocle. Towler. Wonder if it was him.
The priceless frying pan.
Priceless frying pan.
Scrubbed clean.
Dazel says, speaking of a good diet, I just finished my totally healthy basting butter for my chicken. Yes, same Dazel. Yesterday we had what we like to call butter pork. It's where you slow cook some pork in a slow cooker, obviously, and
almost entirely burned.
Most of what you use in there for the moisture and everything to baste it with is just a bunch of butter. It tastes delicious, but yeah, definitely fattening. But it's healthy. It's a healthy fat. So, like, you might get fat, but it's not nearly as unhealthy as a lot of things. Like if you were, I don't know, spoonfulling canola oil into yourself.
Here, your frying pan.
Monocle is based. Butter.
But mine
Basting
was
butter
black
for
as
chicken?
and I could see myself in
Hypermapping doesn't like butter.
But them years are past.
It was the soot the man needed.
Gotta remember, hypermapping has a what do you call it? What is it called?
And the other fellow?
Dead. Round up
Prejudice. He has a prejudice against butter.
Deep, so the next
Zeus says, if you want to lose weight, get a big working breed of dog. They'll eat you out of house and home, and then you'll have to walk them at least 3 times a day.
Hang about! You've earned a token.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing to do. But then, of course, you've got a big dog that you have to worry about, and can't go anywhere without getting someone to feed it for you and all that sort of stuff. Anyway. Hey, Crazy D Entertainment is a channel member. Yes, he is. He joined during the last stream. Dave Zill says, butter is much healthier than people would have you think. Just don't drink it. Yeah, no, like I said, butter is healthy. It's a very healthy way to cook and flavor your food. It just has a lot of fat in it. It's the same thing as, like, milk. Milk is arguably very healthy. It's good for you. It's got vitamins, it's got calcium, it's got all sorts of good stuff in it for you. It just also has a high fat content, you know? So, yes, if you do nothing but chug milk all day, you will get fat. You know, it's just the way food works. But something being fattening does not inherently make it unhealthy. You know, there are a lot of oils and other types of things that are really bad for you, whether they're carcinogenic or not, you know. Butter is good for you. It's just also fattening. Yeah, and a Tog lives for like 15 years. Yeah, right? Crazy me as a member. I saw Melanie Mac eating a stick of butter, and it was gross. Melanie Mac is an icon. She does crazy things. I saw she's the one who posted the meat sushi, and I was like, what the hell's meat sushi? And I look at it, and it was just like sausage wrapped around cream cheese. I was like, that's not sushi. Eating a stick of butter. Gross. I like butter, but I wouldn't just eat a stick of butter. I'd have to at least wrap it in cheese. Can't sell my bolts, of course. I always hated that. Why can't you sell bolts? Doesn't make any sense. Ooh, we're getting lots of crafting materials. Oh, I was gonna say, it's going well. I like building up a good supply of crafting materials in White Orchard before you leave. That way, right when you get to Velen, you can start getting busy on what you're going to find. What do we have here for diagrams? It's not telling me. Anyway.
So long.
My family used to use sunflower seed oil, but then price goes stonks, so we use canola oil. Canola oil is super bad for you. I recommend not using it. It's something you definitely do not want to consume. It's the same thing as quote-unquote vegetable oil. It's called vegetable oil, that's a euphemism, because all it is soy oil. It's the vast majority of it is soybeans, so you definitely don't want to do that either. Sunflower oil is fine, peanut oil is fine. The big thing about using any oil to cook is, obviously the best of the oils for cooking is going to be olive oil, because it's good for you. But the key about using most types of oils, so if you're going to use sunflower seed oil or peanut oil, those are fine. You just got to make sure you don't use them again. So a lot of people, they'll deep fry stuff, and again, deep frying stuff is a fattening way to eat things, but it's not inherently bad for you other than the fact that it might make you fat. What makes it bad for you is using the same oil over and over and over again, which cooks it into basically plastic.
Greetings.
Redneck says Melody Mac is carnivore. Yes, she is carnivore.
Look at your stock.
She's a bit too much for me. Yeah, Lex, she's definitely a
take care.
Powerful personality. I'll put it that way. She's plays well into the identity type stuff. It's good for an online presence, but it's more than I would commit to. Trailer Park Sushi. Taste of butter by itself is disgusting. I don't know, Estonian Gamer. Because I could put a tablespoon of butter on a piece of hot bread, and that would be a good thing.
Harvest is a long way off.
Use it for frying, not deep frying. Grapeseed oil or avocado for high temp, butter or olive oil for low temp. You know it. You know. I don't know about avocado oil. I've never used that. Of course, I just don't like avocado. But I could give her a try.
Realize it's been half a year since we hunted.
Plain butter is horrendous. All you butter haters in here acting like butter isn't the best food in the world. That's absurd. Also, Estonian Gamer, disgusting is spelled with a G. It's D-I-S-G-U-S-T-I-N-G, just in case you're wondering.
Now, everything's all confused.
Monsters bad, humans good. Monsters are still bad.
Exactly the same. You've just forgotten.
Do well not to point up my age. You're near a century old yourself.
Got good news.
Saw a couple of her videos. She's okay.
Good news.
Like I said,
Captain of Nilfgaardian.
I've caught snippets here and there. I'm not a
That we have to kill the Griffin for.
subscriber, but
What else could he want?
like I said, definitely
Go on.
strong
Tell me
into
what
the
you
identity
Griffin's abandoned
that she's going
slayer.
for. Hey, look at that. It's #1 sexy time again.
Trap.
And how's that going?
Redneck Zeus says, tallow, clarified butter, olive oil, and avocado oil are the only oils I cook with. Like I said, for me, it depends. The vast majority of the time,
Nest in the Vulpine Woods.
the only reason I'll use something other than that is deep frying, and because deep frying is high temp, and so if I'm doing that, like I said, I like peanut oil. It's a single-use oil. It's pretty good for you. It's got lots of natural, healthy fats in it. Most of the time, though, I'm not high temperature cooking. I'm not deep frying, so then I'm using butter or olive oil.
The buckthorn.
That's 99% of the time. I don't ever use canola oil or vegetable oil, quote unquote soy oil. Dave Zell says avocado oil is the most flavor neutral oil you will find, and it deep fries like peanut oil. Oh, it's cheaper than peanut oil? Well, then I might definitely look at it, because that's the only downside of peanut oil. Because it's health-wise, peanut oil is great and it tastes good. It doesn't leave a nasty taste on your food, but it is expensive. If avocado oil is cheaper, but it's basically the same, then I might switch to avocado oil. You might have already sold me on that, Dave Zilla.
Picked one out already.
Hypermapping said, I actually love most butter IRL, I just hate it when it's Vlandian. Just tastes horrendous. Vlandian butter? You don't like the big crocks of hand-turned butter? Butter on toast is the way. Butter on everything is the way. I love butter. It's good stuff. Of course, I'm from Wisconsin, so... He's just running. Look at this guy. I have to remember, if I do this, will it progress the, will it automatically progress the story? Because I feel like a lot of times I don't. I don't know, we'll see. Starting Gamer says, when I cook, I use butter. I buy myself. My mom cooks way more, so we use canola oil because it's cheap and tastes okay. It is cheap, it's just really bad for you. Dave Zill says it's cheaper here in my area. Well, I'll have to do a price check then, because yeah, maybe it's just a Texas thing, because I don't think we grow a lot of avocados in Wisconsin. But oil prices depend on where in Calradia you are. That is true. All right, let's check and see our side activities. Oh, have we done them all? Oh wait, quests. That's what we need. Beast of White Orchard. That's the main one. Okay, so both of those are main. Missing in action, take the potion to the herbalist, collect your... Well, that one we can't do here. So we have a level 2, and a level 2. Well, we'll do the treasure hunt first. I say, we gotta do the side contacts before we do the main one, because otherwise we might get locked out of them. Butter on everything is fine and good, but butter by itself is horrible. Like I said, I've never sat down to eat a stick of butter, so I can't contradict you. You're probably right. But like I said, I could have an overwhelming amount of butter on a piece of bread that I'm eating with soup or something like that, and you take a bite and it's almost entirely butter, and that tastes pretty good. So, like I said, maybe I'll have to try eating a stick of butter sometime so I can confirm or deny what you're saying. Couching a lance is a Vlandian thing. Dare to game. Of the day game.
Whoa there, Roach.
I like that. Of the day game. It's like of the day Maroc. That's not bad. Not bad, hypermapping.
Go.
I churned butter once myself. It was a good experience, and fresh butter is so good. Yes, fresh churned butter is really, really tasty. As long as you have enough salt. Because you gotta have plenty of salt in your butter. But yes, it is definitely good stuff. I butter my breads thickly. Well, you got to.
Don't
catch his breath.
Too late! He's already caught his breath. Plow in witchcraft. Bunch of Polacks not liking witchcraft. I'm just kidding. It makes sense. Fire! Oh wait, not fire. I use Ard. Stop hitting me in the back, you dink. Now I'm gonna break his shield. Haha! Now you ain't got a shield, Mr. Leader. I just got And I also watched the stream on 144p. Well, yeah, that's what I'm streaming it at. I don't like it to be too high definition because then I can't just pretend things are what they aren't. People could be like, what was that? Did he just sneeze or something? I'd be like, no, I was speaking in Latin. Beer is bad, butter is good. Fun fact, the nationwide increase in avocado consumption in the last 10 years birthed the mass avocado oil industry. Thanks, California, and your avocado toast. That's funny. I mean, like I said, I'm not nuts about avocado. I think in the right circumstances and with enough spices, guacamole can be okay. But I'm not crazy about it. Like, I can definitely live without it when I'm eating Mexican food. I've never enjoyed the taste of straight avocado. So whenever I've had it as a food item, like, I once got it on a sandwich at Subway, and I was like, now all I can taste is avocado. Nice. So yeah, I've never been nuts about it. But like I said, if the oil cooks like peanut oil, and if I can find it for cheaper than peanut oil, then that's going to be our solution whenever we're deep frying something. Is that I'm just going to switch it over, and we'll switch over to avocado then. So, not bad. Margarine sucks. Yes, margarine does suck. You're right about that. Margarine was definitely one of those things that was pushed by someone in, I don't know whether it was Big Pharma or some sort of an industry where they had a bunch of basically plastic, spreadable, barely edible food to sell, and then they convinced everyone it was healthier than butter, because it is certainly not. Again, less fattening doesn't mean healthier. Zeus says I could drink melted butter by itself, but I could not eat a stick of solid butter. I don't know about that. I don't know if I could drink melted butter. That sounds gross, too. California versus Calradia. Calradia negative. That's fair. Don't get avocado from anywhere out to eat. Yeah? See? I was just speaking Latin. Alright. Well, we did our thingy. Quests. Then we'll do the Witcher contract. Ooh, Devil by the Well. I remember that one being real tough the first time I played through the game. I'm gonna keep speaking Latin, apparently. Dare to eat? I love eating. I could have a food channel. My name's even Nico. That's gross. I would never do that. Is a creme brulee good? I've never tasted it. It's fine, if you like sweets. Redneck Zeus says, margarine was invented as feed to fatten up Thanksgiving turkeys. Yeah, that I could believe. Is like feeding it to birds that are going to be quickly executed and eat them. Because, yeah, margarine's gross, and it's not good for you. Good health, Nico. Are you wishing me good health, or are you saying that I have good health? Because both are good things. Should I get a new horse? I could get a different colored roach. Hiya! Let's ride, horse. Tasting history with Nico Game. That could be fun. Could team up with one of those channels that cooks a bunch of historical cuisine. I like those channels, they're fun to watch. And then I go in there and I taste them and tell you if they're any good or not. It could be fun. Ooh, I just got a text and it looked like a spam text. It's my favorite kind of texts. Do you like my new horse? Just picked it up. It's got barely any miles on it. Brand new.
Come on now.
Good interior. That's something a Welshman would say. I'm wishing that you have a good health. It's what you do in Estonia after someone sneezes. Oh, that's fair. I say bless you because it scares away the demons. Let's see what that text was about. Oh, that's fair. Wasn't a spam, just someone that I know that their number's not saved in my phone. Which is curious as to how they got my number, because I don't know that I've ever texted that person. But we'll find out after the stream. Max Miller tasting Vlandian butter. Why'd you say LOL, Zeus? I could have an outdoor cooking channel. Davezilla's single-wide smokehouse. That's not bad. It's a pretty good name. I like it.
Sleep, child. Sleep.
Ooh, 30 orans.
Sleep will end you,
Not bad.
Greetings, good man. Trouble with your well?
The Welsh joke. Yeah, I thought that was good. I thought that was pretty funny. I didn't know if anyone caught it.
20? So why do you put out a notice just now?
Because earlier on we drew our water from the river. But so many corpses floating in it after the battle it's turned noxious. My daughter Mandy drank half a pitcher. Felt dreadful ill, can't keep nothing down. She grows worse by the day. Herbalist claims you fight a
Tasting History with Max Miller is the goat of cooking channels. I'll have to look it up. I don't think I've ever heard of that one before.
Clear, pure water. And where am I to get that if not from the well?
Alright, I'll do it.
This ghost.
Well, if you don't...
It's a noon wraith.
Fine.
In her
Let's do this! I already took 30 orans from their things, so I don't need to haggle for more money. Tasting history always makes me hungry. Tasting anything makes me hungry. Every stream I do, you guys just talk about food the whole time. And I'm supposed to sit here, streaming, thinking about the fact that just down the stairs I've got a kitchen full of food. And I could go down there and eat something. But I feel like the stream would get a little lackluster if I was just like, hang on, I'll be back in 25 minutes. I just stand up and walk away. Go downstairs and eat some, oh, we've got leftover pork from yesterday. Probably got some potatoes left over. Maybe even some stuffing. Like, I could go downstairs and I could right now eat something absolutely delicious. Only reason I can't is because I'm here doing this. Now I'm making it worse for myself. Let's talk about something else. Religion! No, I'm just kidding. Oh, man. I'm going to the doctor today because I'm mostly deaf and I'm going to see what's wrong with my ear. Talk about that. White trash tastings. That one's a funny name, but I don't know that it's going to attract people. Everyone knows what Bud Light and, I don't know, beard sweat tastes like already.
Journal.
Ooh, a journal.
That'd be useful.
What do we got? It all goes from butter. Definitely not Estonian Gamer says I'm back. Again, I didn't know you were gone, Estonian Gamer. Especially considering I feel like the last message you sent was like 2 minutes ago. Definitely wasn't that long ago. Ooh, we're getting a lot of money on this one. See, that's what I'm saying. We don't need to haggle for an additional money or a reward from peasants, because if you just run around looting everything, you make more than enough money. And then you don't feel like a dick. That was the wrong one. I needed Ard. There we go. Oh, man. What have we got here? A piggy? Or is that a dog? Feral dog, looks like.
Body's dried to a crisp. Signs of burns. All signs point to a noon wraith.
See, told you it was a noon wraith. I'm the world's greatest witcher. Nico, have you seen Tasting History with Max Miller? No! I already said I haven't seen it. I said I'll have to check it out if it's so good. The only... At least I don't think I have. There's a couple channels that I've watched. There's like Random Innkeeper makes historical food. There's this one woman who makes like colonial American food. There's Townsend's. They do historical cooking all the time. So, I've seen a couple, but I've never seen that one. Crazy D Entertainment says, I never take money from the peasants. This is a weird well. Usually it's a hole in the ground. This one is opening into like a big flooded underground lake. I need some puffball, baby. This is a weird thing. The food discussion is definitely less alienating to the audience than politics or theology. Oh no, I definitely agree. Usually we chase off half the people watching the stream because we immediately start talking about politics or theology. So yeah, you're not wrong about that, Redneck Zeus. Food just, you know, makes everyone ridiculously hungry. And then you guys all fry up a steak quick and eat it with some shrimp skewers while I'm streaming. Which sounds delicious. Well, I found an ornate bracelet, so that's fun. Love tasting history and the Townsends or that channel. Yeah, see, I've watched Townsends.
A bracelet with an inscription. To Claire from Volker.
Random Innkeeper is another one that does, like, Czech cooking. So that one's pretty good. Doesn't post super frequently, but the videos are pretty high quality, and it's always interesting. Religion, let's go. What does the Pope eat? I don't know. Probably pretty good food. How do I get... Oh, this is how... I was just about to ask how I get out of here, but then I found it. I love all these roots. Could you imagine swimming through this? Like, you don't know how long the tunnel is when you dive into it, but it's underground, it's totally flooded, and there's just big, long, wet roots dangling all over the entire thing. Like, imagine how terrifying that would be. Not to mention, on top of that, it would be much darker than this because we don't have cat-like vision. The Jews invented pretzels. How could Kanye possibly hate them? That's fair, you mixed all of the topics. I do also really like pretzels. But if we're going to get on that topic, there's quite a few traditional Jewish foods that are just very good all the way around. Like the Reuben. Have you ever had a Reuben? That's a delicious corned beef sandwich with sauerkraut on it and Swiss cheese on rye bread. So good. Crazy D Entertainment says, great job. I assume he's talking to Redneck Zeus for somehow combining religion, politics, and food into one discussion topic. Which, yes, quite deftly done. Come on, let me get out of here. There we go. Luxembourgistani Caliphate. That's quite the word. I have 2 plates of 2 chicken breasts and some sweet chili sauce. Zeus is a conversational alchemist. That is true. That's how he got godlike status as the Zeus. I was playing God of War 2018 the other day, and we got to the point where you're in Helheim, like the afterlife. I don't know if you guys have ever played the game, but my daughter Lorian was sitting next to me and she was watching it with me. She was watching me play the game, and we get to the part where Kratos tells Atreus, his son, he tells him that Zeus was his dad, and Lorian's like, Zeus? Like Hercules' his dad? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, it was so funny. It was crazy. It made me laugh for a long time, and now that I'm thinking about it, it's making me laugh again. Alright, find the spirit that haunts the well.
Wide pelvis, small jaw.
Alright, we've examined the body. Read the entry about noon wraiths. Okay, glossary, bestiary. No, not necrophages. Specters. We got noon wraiths. Despite what is commonly thought, peasants do not interrupt their labors at midday to get out of the sun. They do so to avoid noon wraiths. On particularly searing summer days, when the sun reaches its zenith, wraiths will at times appear resembling sun-scorched women dressed in long white robes. These are noon wraiths, the spirits of young women and girls who died violent deaths right before their weddings. Of course. Driven mad with pain or anger, they wander the field searching for their unfaithful lovers or backstabbing rivals, though they will kill anyone who does not get out of their way in time. They are often held in this world by some object of intense emotional significance. That is why, if one ever finds a wedding ring or a torn veil in the middle of a field, one should not pick it up, but instead back away as quickly as possible. So, we're gonna burn that armband.
Let's take another look.
Crazy D Entertainment says, I love the Reuben.
Lovely
Reubens
craftsmanship.
Like, not all Reubens are good because, like, now mind you, for fast food Reubens, there's a place around here called Culver's that makes a pretty good Reuben for, like, a fast food Reuben. And obviously Arby's has a passable Reuben. But if you go to a real Jewish deli and get a Reuben, it's a million times better.
Drink some potions.
Nah, I'm not gonna do any of that.
And the bracelet.
I was like, we should prepare and brew some potions and some oils. No, brew some oils and take some potions. And I'm like, nah, just gonna jump into it. Yikes. Love that tongue. Check out this tongue game. Doesn't beat that.
Hey, I think it worked.
Alright, let's Yurden this up. Ah, that was quick. The thing about Noon Wraiths is they're much easier to fight once you get like the silver, or I don't remember if it's the silver dust or the moon dust bombs, but because early on you have to depend on Yurden. I tried to meditate, and Yurden is sketchy because they fly in and out of it, but look at that, we did it. She's gone for good. Crazy D says they just built a Culver's here. I like Culver's. They make a good butter burger. I usually get the double Culver's Deluxe with bacon. It's a double cheeseburger with bacon, pickles, onions, lettuce, tomato, and mayo. So, pretty dang good burger. Always fresh, never frozen butter patties. So they cook them with butter. That's why they taste so good. Horsey. Beer Rocks is better than Reuben's. Beer Rocks. I don't know what that is. I've never tried that. Hypermapping says beer rocks are based. Crazy D says it is moon dust. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was the silver or the moon dust, but it's one of them. Once you get the moon dust bomb, and you can just throw it at the wraiths, that's way easier than using Yurden. It's not even close. Because that way they can't just phase back out of it until the moon dust evaporates. Or dissipates. Dissipates would be more accurate. What I would like to do in this stream is get all the way done with all the side stuff in White Orchard and do the Griffin part. If we can do all of that in this stream, that will be very successful. Because then we'll be in Vizima. Hocked Poo. Hocked Patu, that's what it is. Alright, Oodlean.
Job done. The well was haunted by the ghost of a woman who was...
A bierok is meat and cabbage or kraut in a dinner roll.
Unburied wretch don't start haunting us.
Also sounds good. I don't know that I would say that's better than a Reuben.
You know who to contact.
It sounds really good. I love sauerkraut. I love regular cabbage. Obviously, I love meat. And stuff it in a dinner roll. Excellent.
I don't know him.
In a study, we have two lovely cakes. The Brita cake and the Alexander cake. Sounds fair. A bierok sounds like a version of what I like to do whenever I have a nice fried chicken meal. I'll take the biscuit, I'll slice her in half with some butter in there, slap a piece of my fried chicken on there. If it's on the bone, I'll peel it off the bone. If it's boneless, then I'll keep the coin for your daughter. If it's boneless, I'll just slap it on there, and then I'll put some coleslaw on top, other half of the biscuit on top. Delicious sandwich. Absolutely love it.
Thank you, Master Witcher. Them's warm words. You've a good heart. But I can't let you go empty-handed. Take this, at least. Good luck.
Thank you. He gave me an amethyst. That's worth more than the reward. See, that's why a lot of times it'll pay off if you do the, like, oh, I'll do it for free, or oh, I can't take that money, or whatever. They don't give you your 30 crowns or whatever, but they'll give you, like, a flawless amethyst or something like that, which is worth 400 crowns. Daniel Dalby popped in and says, sorry I'm late. Hello, everybody. Hello, Daniel. Brita cake is a sort of bread like base and has a sourish jam in the middle. Sounds good. Quests. Alright, secondary quests. We've got... well, we could do that one. We'll go take the potion to the herbalist. There's our horsies still sitting there. Ah! That soundtrack is so good. The quest completion soundtrack, it triggers an immediate dopamine release in my brain. Definitely a little bit too caked in with great memories for me. It's probably unhealthy for me to play the game. I know what I could do. I could text my wife and tell her to bring me up a plate of all the leftovers from last night, and I could just sit here and eat the food in front of you guys.
Tell me something about yourself. What's your story?
A sad one. Do you know the Temple of Melitele in Alanda?
Do I know it?
You're eating while writing? That's fair. Seen a cake on tasting history I want to make. Oof, I want bread now. Everyone's just like, God, I'm hungry. I'm so hungry I could ride a horse. Food porn.
an age at which teaching...
I feel like I wouldn't be very good to watch eat, because I just... Yeah, it wouldn't be mukbang, because I feel like for that you have to cry. But also, whenever you see those, they're always eating really gross. I'd just be like, eating with a fork and knife, carefully taking one bite, moving to the next bite.
Summer together, and then we left. Neneke refused to take me back. My parents uttered not a word.
Of course not, because you're a terrible person. Let's see if she's got any Gwent cards.
I'm sure I can find...
Oh, yeah. Ooh, she's got recipes. Are they potion recipes? Those are more important than armor recipes. Because in most of the game, I'll wear Nilfgaardian armor because it looks badass, and sometimes when you find it, it's really good, and the stats are, at least physical protection-wise, are better than anything you've got. But other than that, Witcher gear is the way to go. Well, early game like this, the Temerian armor I'm wearing is pretty good. Or, not I'm wearing, but that I could buy from that trader. The Nilfgaardian stuff is a little bit better, and then the stuff you can get at Skellige is even better. White Gull, well, we definitely want that. Dwarven Spirit, yeah. Troll Decoction, of course. See, we want those. Those are definitely important to have. Alright, screw it, I'm getting food. Daniel Delby's hungry. We are all civil Europeans here. In fact, I come from the civil lands of Estonia. Very civil. Mark Peggs said, see ya, gotta go. See you later, Mark Peggs. Have a good day. Alright. Well, do we have to read those?
Listen, ever heard of a woman named Claire?
Lived around here?
Heard of her?
A mild way to put it.
Claire was a friend.
Ooh, a friend.
The only person dear to me in all of White Orchard. Until her husband, Volker, quarrelled with the lord of the manor. He then gathered the family, moved out into the woods to start a new settlement. The lord and his retinue rode there to convince them to return. They were to be civil. No forcing.
Daniel Delby got his food. That was quick!
But you saw. Word is Claire said something about the lord's son, Florian. Something that made the lord furious.
Of course, she couldn't keep her mouth shut and got everyone killed.
Lots of misfortune for such a small village.
Nico eating ASMR. Just me crunching.
Even the smallest. You need only ask.
Wait, I know what ASMR is. I gotta do this. Click, click, click.
A bit of solace.
I don't know if that makes any noise. Alright, let's check and see if I have to read those pages that I just bought. No, they must have automatically been added. So let's check and see if I cannot craft any of them. Ooh! I can craft my beast oil. Look at that. Can't craft the... Well, yeah, the decoctions I'll need to actually kill the animals for them. So that's fair. I could buy that. Let's give her the potion that we came here to give her.
Got a potion for Lena. Swallow.
Grabbed a snack from the cupboard. That's fair, Daniel Delby. You saw furry ASMR once? That sounds terrible.
Like I said, could harm her. Deeply. Works on me immediately. But I have a faster metabolism. Effects won't appear in her case for a few days.
Day toasted bread. Furry cringe, changed my mind. I don't think you can change the mind there. Furries are cringe. Flandian genocide ASMR. Oh boy.
Here. A small gift. For giving a damn.
Oh, I didn't say I'd give a damn. I mostly came back just to mark this off my list. But also, now that I'm here, I'm going to steal all your plants again. Hey, look at that, we leveled up again. Ooh, that was quite the noise he made there. Oh! Look at that. Look at all these flowers. We got all these flower stonks going up. See, that's the thing about a game like this, like I said. You can't go a day without picking all the flowers. If you do, you're just wasting time. Especially here, because she's actually got some good stuff that'll come in handy later on. Ooh, look at that. Of sweat and blood. Got a bestiary entry. Alright, so... I promise I won't pick every flower in the field again. That'll be good. Ah, yes, a big dried oak limb, back in 5. See you, Dave Zilla! Disagree, furries aren't cringe, they're extremely cringe. That's true. You've got a good point there, hypermapping. Alright, let's check the quests. Secondary. Missing in action. We gotta do that one. Oh no, where'd our new horsey go? We're just stuck with Roach again. I forgot where I left my other horse. It wasn't in my horse pocket. Speaking of horse pockets, that's one thing that I find, so I don't know if any of you guys are planning on playing the old, or not the old, the new Harry Potter game when it comes out, Hogwarts Legacy. but I saw their gameplay release thing the other day, and the way that you summon up the mounts, like the Thestrals and Hippogriffs and stuff like that to ride, is like, it comes right out of your pouch, so it's just straight out of a horse pocket. Yeah, I love it. Ooh. Fun fact, in Estonia we give grades in numbers. 1 is F and 5 is an A. Makes sense.
Greetings.
Glory to Ohio. You guys are weird. You chat weird things. Did anyone ever tell you that? I know I have, but anyone other than me? We're getting money. We still can't put on the Temerian armor, though. What's that? Level... Of course it won't tell us because we just sold a bunch of stuff. Look at all these herbs we're stocking up on. There's also that one white plant here in White Orchard that you gotta build up on, because I don't think it grows anywhere else. Well, I'll see if I can... Can't buy the boots, but I can buy the pants? Redonkulous. And I'm all out of stuff to sell. Well, no, I can sell some Airvalus. And some... I don't like it being drunk in the game anyway, so we'll sell all this stuff. Not all of it, but like, we can sell that. And we can sell that. We'll keep the rest of that stuff, because it'll be good for healing. Sell some of those mutagens I have, if they'll buy them. Not worth very much. $581. We're up at 115, so I bet you I still can't afford the gloves or the boots. Beans. Well, we'll have to come back. Nico the Herb Hoarder, that is my name. Crazy D Entertainment says pre-ordered Hogwarts already. I did too. I'm not normally one to pre-order, but Green Man Gaming had a sale where the deluxe edition, where you get to play it three days earlier, was like $15 cheaper than the normal version. So I was like, well, hell yeah, I'm gonna pre-order that. So I pre-ordered it on Green Man Gaming for Steam. So I also pre-ordered it. I want to play Hogwarts Legacy just because it angers the right kind of people. Oh, I get that too, Red Nexus, because I was on the fence, and then everyone started getting all butthurt about it, and I was like, well, now I'm definitely going to play it. Dazel says, Ohio, or as the rest of us know it, far north Florida. That's a good one. Can't pass that up. No, and I think the game, like, outside of all of the fun troll-type reasons to want to play it, I think it looks good. Like, all of the stuff they've showed so far in the gameplay trailers and all that sort of stuff makes it look like a lot of fun. My only hesitation is Warner Brothers likes to show way too much of their games, so you gotta be careful with them. Otherwise, you see the whole games, because it's what they did with the Shadow of War. Shadow of Mordor was so successful, and Shadow of War was, you know, stepping it up in every way possible. And it did turn out to be a pretty good game, other than the loot boxes, which were pretty ridiculous. But they showed way too much of it, and since I was so excited for it, I kept watching all of their... Crap, I keep doing that. I kept watching all of the trailers they were releasing, and I spoiled too much of the game for myself. Warner Brothers has a tendency to overshare, I think, leading up to release. They'll show nothing on a game at all for years of development, and then suddenly, like, within the 6 months of release, they'll show 80% of the game. And I hate it that they do that too, because obviously as a YouTuber, I would like to show some of the game. And if everybody's seen it all before it even comes out, then, you know, kind of limits what I can do for videos. But yeah, just YouTuber problems. Not really all that interesting to most people, I'm sure. Crazy D Entertainment says he's in North Florida. Nice. Rip. Love the PS2 games. Butterbuns. Buttered Buns. I think Butterbuns is a fun nickname to call your significant other. It's a nice, endearing name. You guys ready to go search for a corpse on the battlefield? I am. Daniel Dolby says, I just looked at on Hogwarts Legacy on Xbox. It's $60 or 60 euros. I think I will wait till it goes on discount or Game Pass. Yeah, like I said, that's why I pre-ordered it, was because to get the deluxe digital edition or whatever, which is like, I don't know, $79, $80 normally, they had a pre-order sale like 2-3 months ago already. Whenever it first came up available for pre-order on Green Man Gaming, and it was like $43 to pre-order the deluxe digital edition. It was a 24-hour sale, and I was like, well, hell yeah, I want the game, so I know I'm going to buy it at release anyway. And so I was already considering pre-ordering it. And normally I don't get deluxe editions for anything because the stuff that they add isn't useful. But this one, you get to play it 3 days early, so that's fun. That's a useful thing to get. And so I popped it on, so I got it cheaper than it would be. That's £60, not euros. Oh, I'm sorry! I don't use your European money units. I use the greatest currency known to man, the US dollar, which is not backed by anything other than the promise of Joe Biden at the time.
See, Bastion fought the black ones in a
Nico,
battle
explain to me,
just
what
outside
is
the village.
a sandwich in your opinion?
Since.
A sandwich is
Be
bread
like-minded,
with
lose a
stuff in
finger or
it.
two So they won't recruit you.
That's a sandwich.
Damn the fears he was.
Usually meat and cheese. Crazy D Entertainment says, yes, that is what I paid.
I did.
That's what you paid, £60, or what I paid, $43.
Someone told me
Because
there
I
was
paid
3
$43 for the
outside
digital
torch,
deluxe
tried to
edition.
chase 'em off. All shite, I tell you.
Isn't a pound worth more?
Would have ended up eaten alive
Probably
if it
on the
weren't for
exchange.
Sardia.
I mean, it's hard to say since Brexit. I don't know what the current exchange is, but I know that like 10-ish years ago when I was exchanging quite a bit of money for pounds, it was, I think pounds were at like 1.8 US dollars or something like that.
Been a few days since the battle.
Bullet says, cereal is a sandwich. Estonian Gamer says, how do you make it? How do I make a sandwich? I take 1 slice of rye bread because I like rye, preferably pumpernickel. I place it down on the counter. Then I will, let me think. I'll take some stone ground Dijon mustard and I'll spread it on the bottom. Then I'll take my whatever meat I'm doing, whether it's like grilled up or whatever, some maybe fried pulled pork or something like that, and I'll put that on top. Then I will take my onions and bell peppers and I'll slice those nice and thin, and I'll pop them in the pan and I'll saute them with butter and salt, sometimes garlic. You know, we'll see what happens. And then I'll take that and I'll put it on top of the meat. And then on top of that, I'll put my cheese. Sharp cheddar or Swiss cheese or Gouda or something like that. Maybe even Parmesan if I'm feeling fancy. I'll put that on top. And then I'll take my top piece of pumpernickel, lightly toast it in a pan, put some butter on it, press that down on top, squish the whole thing, flip it upside down and eat it. So, that is how I would make my sandwich. How about you? $60 US. Lexi1397 says meat and cheese or PB&J. That's fair. Those are 2 types of sandwiches. Crazy D Entertainment says favorite cereal sandwich. Special K red berries is my favorite cereal sandwich. Estonian Gamer says already bad. What's bad? You don't like the sandwich I described? I'm fine with PB&Js under 2 conditions. No, 3 conditions. The first one, you toast the bread. The second one, you use raspberry or blackberry jam, nothing else. The third one, crunchy, chunky peanut butter. That's how you make my PB&J. And that's good eating. Like I said, you gotta toast it. That makes all the difference in the world. Even if you don't follow my first 2 rules, or my other rules, you know, like maybe you use grape jelly and you use regular peanut butter. That's fine, but the bread has to be toasted. Oh, what did he say? I make my own bread, a Turkish recipe, then roasted turkey, mustard, and Swiss. Also sounds good, Dave Zilla. As long as you're using Dijon mustard. You can't... What did I do? Ah, I'm in first person! Okay, I was like, how do I get out of that? It's gonna make me sick. You gotta use Dijon mustard. You can't use yellow mustard. Yellow mustard is bitter, and I don't like the taste. It's not nearly as good. Some nice, coarse, stone ground Dijon mustard, though, in your sandwich. Excellent. In Estonia, a sandwich is a quick meal. What I just described is a quick meal. A long meal is roasting up an entire turkey, making mashed potatoes from scratch, stuffing, green bean casserole, gravy, all that sort of stuff. That's a slow meal or a long meal. You must toast the bread, right? I love pulled pork fried with onions and Dijon mustard and tamed jalapenos. See? That's a similar sandwich to what I just described. That's a good tasty sandwich right there. On rye bread, yeah. Well, rye bread is the thing about it is a lot of people have tried rye like when they were a kid or something like that and they didn't like it very much and so they never tried it again and they say they hate rye bread. I always tell adults when I meet them, if they're like, oh, I hate rye bread, I'm like, when's the last time you tried it? Maybe you should try it again. Because rye bread is the most flavorful, delicious bread there is. And like I said, I like all types of rye, Sourdough, marble rye, Jewish rye, all of them are good, but the absolute best is dark pumpernickel. You can't beat it. Oh, it's the perfect sandwich bread. Because not only does it have enough body that it can hold your sandwich together, and I like that it doesn't stick to my teeth like white bread or most wheat breads do, but the flavor of it is so much richer and darker. Oh, it's the best way to go. Dave Zell says, I use spicy brown mustard like a man. Definitely better than yellow mustard. Like I said, I prefer coarse ground Dijon mustard. That's the way to go for a sandwich. Well, or for anything. But spicy brown is certainly significantly better than yellow mustard. What did he say? In Estonia, only mustard is the penis synap yellow mustard. Yellow mustard king. Redneck Zoo says sourdough, roast beef or pastrami, horseradish, cheddar, lettuce, tomatoes, mayo, and stone ground mustard, or just a classic Italian sub. Again, also, sounds quite good. All of these sandwiches that we're describing are good sandwiches. Now, mind you, a nice homemade egg salad sandwich with some fresh fried bacon on top. Delicious. Lexi1397 says, hot ham, fried egg, and sharp cheddar cheese on rye for breakfast. Also delicious. Crazy D Entertainment says, rye blends the flavor of everything together just right. That's the thing. Like I said, at the most minimum rye level, you have sourdough. And most people will agree that sourdough is pretty good. You know, so if nothing else, you got to make your sandwich with sourdough. The only exception to that is if you bake your own bread and you've got like fresh baked white bread or whatever, and it's nice and thick cut. That will be a fine substitution. That's the only way I would order a sandwich with white bread. Other than that, like I said, wheat, if you don't have any type of rye, or any other type of rye, will be what I choose. Ooh, that was a long one. Daniel Delby says, my favorite sandwich is chicken and bacon on white toasted bread with sometimes a bit of barbecue sauce, either that or egg mayonnaise. Chicken and bacon. I mean, yeah, that's probably not too terrible. Sir Dave says, lettuce does not belong to your sandwiches. Ooh, I know what this sandwich needs, a big squirt of water. Daniel Delby says, or rye bread, either one. There you go, Daniel Delby, now you got me. Sony Gamer says, I take a white bread, then I butter said bread, take Russian cheese, boiled pig from Dr. Sausage, and tomato and spice. Sounds good. I'd eat that. Like I said, not white bread. I prefer rye, but... Oh, because you eat rye bread with everything else?
No. Neighbour's son.
Like I said, I just prefer rye bread. I think it's better for everything.
Come on, Hussar. Can you smell Bastion, boy?
His son's name is Hussar. Like the winged hussars. Panera's Chipotle Chicken Avocado Melt is also one of my favorites. I have not done a lot of Panera eating, so I've never tried that. But there's a coffee shop in my town that makes a southwestern chicken wrap that is also quite good.
Skins burned off.
Lexi says, I've never been to Panera. When I go to Panera, I always just get soup.
Could this be him?
I've been there a couple times. For me, the thing is I don't think the quality dictates, like, the price, you know? Like, because it's kind of expensive to eat at Panera. Like, most of the stuff they have is not that affordable. And it's not ridiculously high quality or, like, ridiculously good portions or anything, you know? So... that's why I don't go there a lot. Makes sense to switch it up. Yeah, I get it. If you eat nothing but rye bread all the time and you want to have one special sandwich, so you decide that you're going to make that one with white bread, then I guess I get it. I just don't like white bread. Like I said, I don't like the lack of body, I don't like the taste, and I don't like the fact that it sticks to my teeth. So... the closest I'll get to it is like potato bread or butter bread, which I'll use for like a any type of salad sandwich. When you make a egg salad, tuna salad, chicken salad, anything like that goes good on a nice soft high moisture bread.
A soldier with a full stomach will
the soup is where it's at. The soup is where it's at. Pantera made a sandwich? Metal. Walk. Read. Spect. I love Pantera. I may have to order a sandwich now. I'm really hungry. That's what happens when you watch the stream. We talk about food the whole time. Borscht and Seljanka soup is the best.
Has this Nilfgaardian captured you? No. He saved my life. I got a cut to my side, and then got hit in the head. Couldn't see anything. Roast in here, found me as he crawled across the
Dave Zill says he always wanted to try borscht. I see the recipes all the time. I've had borscht. Eh.
And so we were.
I'm glad I've tried it, but it's certainly not my favorite soup. My wife makes a Parmesan chicken chowder soup. That's pretty dang good. It might currently be my favorite soup, but we also do like a bacon cheeseburger chowder that's pretty dang tasty. There's one that I make with Polish sausage or kielbasa, and broccoli and cheese and all that sort of stuff. That one's pretty tasty. I like a lot of soups, as long as they're hearty and hot. Tomato soup, all the way in my opinion. Tomato soup gives me ridiculously bad heartburn. The only way I can eat tomato soup is if I've got so many grilled cheese sandwiches that I'm just using it as like a gentle dip for the sandwiches. Anything more than that, and I get really, really bad heartburn.
Thank you, Witcher.
Estonian Gamer says, good borscht is made by your granny. Yeah, that's like chicken soup. I don't ever make chicken soup, like a chicken noodle or a chicken dumpling or anything like that. It's not a soup I make. But a good chicken dumpling soup is the kind my mom makes. Redneck Zoo says, it's not too often I eat Panera because I live so far out in the boonies, but if I go to Salina or Wichita, I might stop by for lunch. Yeah, for me, if I go to the next biggest town, it's about an hour away, because I live by a medium-sized town, but the food here is... There's a good supper club that I like here in town. That's how Nico likes his women, hearty and hot. Of course. You use it as a dip as well. Well, yes, that's how you do it, man. It's the only way to consume tomato soup. But then I eat so many grilled cheese sandwiches that I'm ridiculously stuffed with cheese and bread, which probably isn't the most healthy option. Alright. Beast of White Orchard. So... we're down to just the Beast of White Orchard, so now we'll go kill our Griffin. That was I saying? Oh yeah, so like the town I live by here, the one that's close by, it's about 10 minutes away. They've got fast food restaurants, but I don't really care for fast food because we have a Hardee's, a Taco Bell, a KFC, McDonald's, Arby's, Subway, you know, like we've got a shitload of fast food places, but I don't really like to eat fast food. So we've got two diners, one of them sucks and one of them is pretty good. I like the other diner. We got a couple bars that have halfway decent food. We don't have a single pizza place. We have a Chinese place, but it's not great, and they took the buffet out, so now you can't even eat, you know, buffet, which kind of sucks. We don't have a good standalone burger place. We don't have a good chicken place because, like I said, all we have is KFC, and KFC sucks now. I don't like it anymore. So, like I said, here in town, our options are limiting. If we go to the next town over, it's about an hour away. There we've got some good food because it's a pretty big town. There's some real solid restaurants, and whenever I'm over there, it's hard for me to choose what I want to eat because they've got some excellent Chinese, some excellent Thai, some really good, there's a really good burger place over there that me and my wife like to eat at. My favorite fried chicken restaurant in the world. Like, you know, it's hard for us to decide which one place we want to try eating at while we're in town. They also have a Panera, but out of all the other options, I'm not going to go to Panera. What does he say?
Let's go.
Nico likes Liana, something I can't agree with. My father made a beef and dumpling stew, and it was amazing. Depends how you make your dumplings. I know that southern dumplings are oftentimes what I like to call biscuits, and I don't much care for that in soup. The dumplings we make in our dumpling soup are just big noodles, basically.
For an ambush. I know how
in Estonia, we have three main types of sausages. Doctor sausage, which is boiled blended pig, Moscow sausage, which is smoked sausage, and Krakow sausage, which is a smoked sausage.
Let's start.
Here in Wisconsin, we've got like 4,000 main types of sausages, and they're way too numerous and varied to define. What is an American dumpling? Like I said, in the South, they'll call what I would call a biscuit a dumpling. So it's like a baking soda, floury biscuit type thing that they'll put in their soup. Up here in the North, what I call a dumpling is what some people will call clunkers. They're basically drop noodles. You make noodle dough, and then while you're cooking, you drop them into the soup you're doing, and they cook in like a rough, noodly shape, or like a, you know, whatever. That's when I say dumpling in soup. That's what I mean.
We need to cover our tracks.
Every once in a while, my wife makes a southern chicken dumpling soup recipe, and it's the biscuits. It's okay, but it's not as good as the dumplings I like.
Might bring a guest.
Here's our Griffin, buddy.
Hear that? It's close.
Let's go give it a warm welcome.
Wait, did we level up again?
Take this.
Not sure. I wasn't paying attention when we finished that last quest. We were talking too much about soup. In Estonia, a dumpling, or a pelmen, is a dough pocket with minced meat in it. You boil them and eat them alone. Oh, that's like a Chinese, the Chinese dumplings, or bao or whatever. They'll be like that. They'll be like a dough pocket with meat in them. I like them too.
A witch with a crossbow.
Redneck Zeus says, do you have Freddy's up there in Wisconsin? Freddy's. Doesn't sound familiar. We might have them, probably do, but I've never been to one.
Watch out!
Do we have any oils? Do we have a Draconid oil that we could use? Because otherwise it's going to take forever to kill this guy. We got 225, what is that, orans? Nice. 18 florins, beauty. Alright, I have to remember. Oh, it's over by the bombs, that's where it is. Oils. Necrophage, Spectre, Beast. Dang. Can I make a Draconid oil? Probably not while I'm fighting. Well, guess we're just gonna have to fight him rough. I should switch over to Quen.
It's about to die.
Oops, that's not what I wanted.
Damn, it's fast.
Yes, Vesemir, it's a Griffin. Oh, it's like a winged lion with a beak. That's exactly what it is. There we go. Oh, Estonian Gamer, that wasn't actually a real lamb. It was a,
Don't let it get away.
Oh, come on, Roach, we gotta go. It was a decoy. Daniel Dolby says, what's everyone's favorite fried chicken place? Mine is KFC because we don't have many options in the UK. Yes, definitely not KFC for me. KFC used to make really good chicken, but now it sucks. My favorite chicken place is a place called Lee's Famous Recipe. They're ridiculously good. Ah! Ah! What the hell? Why didn't my... It won't let me draw my silver sword. There we go. Ah! It just put it away! I don't want to punch it! Geralt, quit being stupid! Yoinks. Ah! Woo-wee, that was close. Yeah, Griffin, buddy! Take that. Sucks to suck, buddy. What do we say? I haven't been to KFC LOL. My favorite fried chicken place is called Chicken and Run. I've always wanted to try Jollibee's. It looks amazing. I've heard good things about Jollibee's. Freddy's is my favorite fast food place. It's a classic burger joint, super thin smash burgers, shoestring fries, and frozen custard. They're pretty common around Kansas and Missouri. We probably have them then.
Man spends his whole life learning.
Sounds good. It's, I mean, Culver's has good thin smash burgers. Like, I like the butter burgers at Culver's, but they don't have good fries. So I always swap them out for onion rings, because they have crinkle cut fries, and I hate crinkle cut fries. Like, I can't stand them. They're gross. There's our, I was gonna say, where's our loot pile? But yeah, no, I'd try that. That sounds good. Stunning Gamer says, hold up, I spilled Japanese lime tea over my keyboard. Nice. Lexi1397 agrees, Lee's Famous Recipe. She's also never heard of Freddy's. Checks out. Alright. Let's collect our reward from the Nilfgaardians. Did I level up? That's the real question. Level 3. See, I still can't put on my, cool armor that I bought.
That's it, Roach.
That's it, Roach. Crinkle cut fries are the worst. See? People think I'm crazy when I say that. I'm like, no, crinkle cut fries are frickin' gross. I don't like them. They're never cooked well. They're always incredibly bland. They get soggy too easily. Whoever invented the crinkle cut fries should be taken out back and shot. What does it say? Man, European KFC, McDonald's, and other fast food places are different. Well, that's probably true. Gavin Rogers says, this game is amazing once you get to grips with the mechanics of it. Started playing it for the first time last week, just made level 10. Oh, I love The Witcher 3. It took me a little while back when it released, because I bought it like 2 weeks after it came out. It took me a little while to get used to it, but as soon as I did, I got into it, and I spent hundreds of hours. Like, I would get off work, and I would just, boom, dive down to my room, and I'd be immediately playing it. All night, basically, you know? It's an unbelievably good game. I love it so much. What did... Bullet says, I agree, Zeus.
Right.
You see? Yeah, good. I'm glad everyone agrees with me that crinkle cut fries are disgusting. America Bucket is bigger than America KFC Bucket. They have one in Appleton. Oh, there's Freddy's in Appleton? Of course there is. There's everything in Appleton.
For the delivery of defective goods, 50
Shot
lashes
dead,
with a
dead.
knout. Make it so.
50 lashes with a knout? That's like enough to get killed. Okay, Redneck Zeus, exactly. Arby's recently added crinkle cut fries to their menu. They have... One of the few things that Arby's does better than everyone else is they have curly fries, which are delicious. I love curly fries. They're seasoned fries, they're great, and yeah, you can dip them in the cheese, which is excellent. Why on earth would anybody go to Arby's and instead of getting curly fries, get crinkle cut fries? That's ridiculous.
Yes, I might have.
Daniel Lobby says, I don't know much about The Witcher. It kind of intimidates me because I don't know anything about the previous games, the lore, or the mechanics. So the mechanics are easy to figure out. You don't need to know the lore for The Witcher 3. Like, you can easily jump into it and it can stand alone by itself. I recommend trying it. It's such a good game. And if you want to know the story from the previous games, you can just look up YouTube videos where they either summarize it, or there's ones where they show literally the entire thing. There, did I level up? No, I'm still level 3, aren't I? Dang! Well, I guess we're gonna have to go back. I mean, I can always come back. You know,
let's go.
Come back to White Orchard to get the rest of the Temerian armor and everything. Curly fries are superior. Estonian Gamer, I figured you meant that the European ones were smaller than the American ones. That's standard. American versions of food are usually larger than European versions. Someone speaking in Dwarven runes says curly fries are superior. Yes, they are. If you want to get... Now, mind you, like, any Beer City, like, double fried fries or seasoned fries, I will enjoy. But... curly fries are the way to go, just generally. They're better than straight cut fries, and they're a million times better than crinkle cut fries. Bullet says, I really like Checkers / Rally fries. We had a Checkers in the next town over, the one I was talking about. We had one for a little bit, but it didn't last very long before it got shut down. It just must not have, you know, done well enough to stand out from the competition. I had never eaten there the entire time it was open, but I had heard people say that it was a little bit too greasy and it would give you a stomachache. It was too greasy. Crazy D Entertainment says, yes, Rally fries are the best. Daniel Dalby says, I have the game and I do play it from time to time, but I don't know what I'm doing, lol. Kind of how I felt when I first played Skyrim. Yeah, any big game like, you know, like this or Skyrim or whatever is going to have a lot. You know, it takes a while to get to know the ins and outs.
Got a few friends there, so... Something wrong.
Redneck Zeus loves Wendy's fries. I don't like Wendy's fries. Of course, I don't really like Wendy's, just as a restaurant.
Time we were on our way.
Mm-hmm. I'll buy some provisions for the journey. Then we'll go. Geralt.
But now I know Skyrim like the back of my hand. Yeah, that's the thing. After you play any game long enough, even big, complicated ones like this or Skyrim, you play them enough, and eventually you will. You'll know them like the back of your hand. I've gotten to that level with quite a few games. The Witcher 3, Red Dead 2, Kingdom Come Deliverance, Skyrim, you know.
Took him down to hang a golden sun there now.
I cannot show Temerian colours. They'll come and burn the tavern down.
Maybe it's true what
Yeah, I don't much care for anything from Wendy's.
You Nilfgaard's whore.
What a rude thing to say. There's, in the next town over where we have a Wendy's, again, we don't have one in my town, right next to it there's a Panda Express. So if I was going to go right there to eat, I would just go to Panda Express and get myself some orange chicken.
Said Nilfgaard's no place for superstition. That they don't
Stonian Gamer says, I eat crinkle cut fries because the smooth fries don't cook well in the oven, and we don't have a deep fryer. Also, we can't do anything with the oil afterwards. Do what I do with the oil. Go and dump it on the fence post.
You don't fear it, you cunt!
This woman is just curb stomping this chick. Oh, shit's about to go down.
Recognize this medallion? You know
Our Dwarven Rune guy says Kingdom Come he's got 1,400 hours in. It is a stupid good game. It's so good.
They say witches steal young'uns.
Crazy the Entertainment says these Wendy's is garbage. In my experience, all Wendy's is garbage. Like I said, I don't like it. My grandma loves Wendy's. She used to want to go there all the time, but I don't love it. You guys think this is a good idea? Like, really? Like a really good idea?
They won't back down.
They've got clubs. We've got, like, master-crafted looking long swords, and we're witchers. And they're like, you know what? I think we should fight.
Too late to surrender.
Got one down. Cut that guy clean in half. Hey, look, it's #1 sexy time. Daniel Dolby says, I hope you guys enjoy yourselves, but I have to go now. Have a good day, Daniel Dolby. It was great to have you here while you were. We'll hopefully see you next time. I'm planning on streaming again on Thursday. Probably Kingdom Come Deliverance on Thursday, though. So,
it's over.
We'll see you then.
Get away!
Wow, he had blood on his beard, and it made it look way darker.
God save us!
Be gone. And don't ever come back.
Made his beard look so much darker. What kind of a loser has a dark beard?
So much for not getting
Crazy the
involved.
Entertainment says, Panda Express I love, but having cooked there, I don't eat there often anymore. Yeah, I feel like that's how, if you work at any restaurant, suddenly you don't want to eat that food anymore.
That brawl, we didn't start it.
Ooh, look who it is. Sexy Legs McGee.
Excuses. You've not
When is
changed a
Thursday?
bit.
I can't remember the English weekdays. Is that the day before Friday? Estonian Gamer, you guys don't use the same days? What do you call the days? Yes, it's the one before Friday. Today is Tuesday, tomorrow's Wednesday, the day after that is Thursday.
Looking for me. I might have waited until you found me, but you know me. Patience has never been my strong suit.
I'm thinking I should grow my beard out to be about this long, and then braid it like a Viking. I think that'd be cool. What do you guys think? You think that'd be cool?
Were you not covered in blood?
Sorry.
My wife wants me to grow out my hair about as long as Geralt's is. I think I'll look extremely silly, but we'll see what happens.
How did you imagine it?
It's already longer than I've had it in years, like decades.
Nilfgaardian escort. Don't get me wrong, Yennefer. I'm glad to see you.
Yenfire. She a bitch, though. Yeah, that's true.
And I shall provide it.
She's crazy hot, but I hate her. I pick Triss any day.
We can talk here.
I shouldn't say that. Not any day. I don't like Triss in the games before The Witcher 3, but in The Witcher 3, they fix her. You know, and people are like, yeah, but Triss is terrible in the books. I was like, Yen is terrible in the books. You read the books, yeah, you don't really like Triss that much. I hate Yen in the books. She's the worst. Oh, man.
On more intimate terms with him. The white flame dancing on the graves of his
The white
foes.
flame dancing on the graves of his foes. I want that on my tombstone. I want people to be like, Nico, beloved father and dad, the white flame dancing on the tombs of his foes.
The kind one can't refuse.
Redneck Zeus says, I have pretty long hair. That's what I'm saying. I haven't had long hair for a long time. This, right here, which, I don't know, maybe an inch or two, is the longest my hair has been in at least 15 years. Probably more. You know, I typically, before it gets to an inch, I'm like, too long, and then I get a crew cut or a high and tight or something. You know, get her shaved all the way off. I was going to grow it out to about this length and, you know, go to a barber shop and try out a style, but then I started growing it out, my wife's like, you should try going it out long, see what it looks like. And I was like, we'll see what happens. So, yeah, we're into that.
Besides, I've got things to do at Care.
Crazy D Entertainment says Triss is his favorite. Estonian Gamer says, we use Espan Spiavas Monday, Tessipalav is the second day of the week.
How's your horse?
Colma
Swift?
Pave is the third day. Najapay was the 4th day.
I'd like to be back behind
Reed
some
is
thick
Friday.
city walls
Yeah, English
as
seems
soon as
easier.
possible.
The end. I only get a haircut once a year. Once a year? Ooh, boy. Yeah, typically I would get, like, every 3 weeks I would get my haircut. Maybe 4 weeks, you know, once a month. But, like I said, we'll see. I'm probably almost 2 months now without a haircut, so... Getting shaggy. If I get out of the shower afterwards, I shake my head, I can feel it. I can feel my hair move around. And it's been a very long time since I've had hair that was long enough to do that. It makes me wonder, because I've been trimming my beard like normal and everything, if I should just let my beard go crazy too. When I comb my hair, because it's long, so now I have to comb it, otherwise it looks terrible.
I had a dream about you recently.
I look like Robert Redford in Grizzly Adams. I think it was Robert Redford.
Just the beginning.
Bullet says he gets a haircut about once a month. Like I said, that's what, up until just now, that's typically what I did, was once a month. Stony Gamer says, I get a haircut until I can't see anymore. Dwarven Runes Guy says, I haven't gotten a haircut in just over a year. We'll see if I make it that long. I don't think I'm going to make it that long. I'm sure what'll happen is I'll be fine through the winter and probably even into the spring, but as soon as it gets to summertime, I'll be outside. Ooh, Logi King says, nice Elden Ring guides. Thank you. I made lots of Elden Ring guides. I'm glad you enjoy them. I'm sure what'll happen is it'll get to summer and I'll be doing something outside. I'll be cutting wood or hay or working on, you know, on the field or something like that. And it'll be way too hot and I'll be like, nope! And I'll have to shave it all off. Rendick Zoo says, when I get it cut, I only get it cut to my jawline. Jawline, like up here jawline or down here jawline? That's still really long. Like I said, I have no idea what it's going to be like. I'm sure I'm going to look hilarious with long hair. It's just going to be terrible. I think I should do something terrible with it, like a top knot. You know? Get something just that looks absolutely atrocious and immediately makes people want to kill me when they see me. I think that's what I should do. And then maybe shave off my beard and just have a soul patch. What do you guys think? We made it out of White Orchard. We're going to Vizima. Lower jawline? Like down here? Man, that's long. Are you like a punk rocker? Is that why you have long hair? Or are you just a long-haired country boy? Like Charlie Daniels. Crazy D Entertainment says, I miss my hair. Did it go somewhere, or are you bald? Ooh, that felt good. Time for bath time. We're gonna have to go ahead and skip that. Get a little unfamily friendly. Oh, my stream from last time, like the 20-minute one, that brief scene where you saw Yen's butt for like a half a second before I skipped it, demonetized the whole video. Immediately afterwards, they were like, nope, no ads on this. It was quick. Lexi1397 says, I get my hair cut every 2 years or so. Middle of my back to chin length. It's a huge difference, but I just can't bring myself to spend that much money on my hair.
What's wrong with my beard?
Redneck Zoo says, no, I just hate getting my hair cut. It's the source of my power. Well, yeah, you gotta... It's actually faith, but as a sign of your faith, you must let your hair grow long. That way you can slaughter all of the Philistines with a donkey's jawbone. It's very important. Crazy D Entertainment says bald, and then tear sign, tear sign. No problem being bald, man.
Do your thing.
No problem at all.
Tilt your head back.
At the end of the day, so like with my hair, I always tell I probably we'll see what happens. I don't think I'm gonna go bald because it just doesn't run in my family. Typically, my family, the hair just gets like darker as you get older. Mine's not doing that though. Mine's getting lighter. So we'll see. Maybe I will go bald. I figure if I start going bald, I'll just shave it off. I don't care about it that much. Maybe I'll get some. If I do end up going bald and end up starting having to shave my head, maybe I'll get some of those like Viking style tattoos on the side. And then I'll really grow out my beard. It's good for headbanging. Well, yeah, if you want to headbang, you gotta have long hair. What I'll do for a second, I get my license of drive at 16 is I'll go on a road trip with a case of beer with my friends. Booze cruising right away at 16. Smart. All the inappropriate bots are actually Liana. I think you've already said that. There is when a woman burned it, lol. Sexy. Was just about to say Viking style. That's what I'm saying. I figure if I go bald on my head, that's what I'll do. I'll shave her clean, and then I'll just get some of those Norse style tattoos on the side of my head like a Viking. And then like I said, grow out the beard even longer.
We fought on opposing sides, true.
Hypermapping says horrendous. Hypermapping does not agree with Lexi 1397. Renixu says, my dad and brothers are bald. Should enjoy what I got while I got it. That's fair. If it runs in your family and you're pretty sure that you're going to go bald, then yeah, you might as well let it grow out. You can also try keeps. And this stream is No, I'm just kidding. We're not sponsored by anyone. Nope, doesn't happen for me. Every time I get sponsored by someone, I try the thing and I hate it, and I'm like, I'm sponsored by this guy, but they suck. So I don't recommend them. I'm just kidding.
A murderer of non-humans. We know this gentleman well, Witcher. You forge interesting alliances.
Something tells me my most interesting is yet to come. Go on, next question, before my beard grows back in.
It's Viking time. Vikes all over England. Viking tattoos and bearded braid. LOL. That's what I'm gonna go with. And then yeah, my mother's new husband is from England, so once I get all Vikinged up, I'll have to head over there and pillage a little bit.
The mighty had imprisoned Triss Marigold. Ought to know I care about her.
Katats that say in runes, dick and bully. Oh, I figure if I ever get a tattoo on me of like runes or something like that that the average person can't read, like Tengwa or something like that from Lord of the Rings, it's gonna be like, it'll be something like that. It'll be something funny.
I'm almost done.
Renixu says once he starts losing it, he'll start shaving, but until then, gotta let it flow.
Shortly afterwards, you watched a defective megascope.
Lexi, I'm sure hypermapping thought you said that something Vlandian was sexy.
I watched her get in the megascope, but ultimately
wife's boyfriend has Viking braids.
Does
Does he let you play his Nintendo Switch though? Because that's the thing. As long as your wife's boyfriend lets you play his Nintendo Switch, then you know he's not that bad of a guy.
Calls on one to forge difficult alliances at times. Alliances with
Crazy D Entertainment says I had a Samson and Delilah experience. Friend sizzle my curls with a flat iron. They stopped curling at the root and died like a wildfire. That is rough. Yes, I was once tied to the chair and had my head shaved. And ever since then, I haven't been nearly as strong.
Must have a good reason.
Oh, you get to play the Nintendo Switch on Sundays? Well, that's okay then. How often does he play her Nintendo Switch, if you know what I mean? Is it also only once a week, or is it more frequent than that? Because you got to make sure the trade is fair.
Affirming you stated the whole truth and nothing but the truth on pain of imprisonment or death, etc.
Etc. etc. I like this guy. He cracks me up. In the books, I'm pretty sure this is the guy that was supposed to marry Ciri or something. I can't remember. At one point in time, I think that was the plan, is that he was going to marry Ciri. Or maybe it's here. I can't remember. But I get a kick out of him in this game. He's funny. Suki says, hi, I was wondering how good is Witcher 3 compared to KCD? They're two of my 3 favorite games of all time. They're definitely different styles. Well, for one thing, The Witcher 3 is a fantasy game with magic and everything. They're also, I would say that KCD is a bit more hardcore, because the combat is just a lot more engaging, whereas like in here, your combat is basically 3 things. You've got your signs, which are little magic things, a little push, fire, something like that. And then a light attack and a heavy attack. Combat in here is more like Skyrim than it is like Kingdom Come Deliverance. So
Black or black.
They're definitely great games. Story-wise, they're similar too, because there's a big emphasis on story, and it's a slower burn. I would say quality-wise, they're very similar. I made a video a long time ago comparing the two of them. If you like Kingdom Come Deliverance, you will probably also like The Witcher 3. That's probably the best thing I can say. I'm obviously going to take all 3 of these, because then I can just sell all 3 of them. But let's pop on the fanciest looking doublet, which is probably that one. And then these all look the same, so. Well, what do you think? Do we look fancy like that? Or should we go with this doublet? That one's got a little bit more gold on it. I figure we'll go with that one.
News to the gentleman, but the towel wrapped around one's waist is not fitting attire for an audience.
Why not?
The gentleman will kindly dress.
I did!
What
does he say?
The gentleman. Does the outfit satisfy the
giggity.
gentleman?
Crazy the Entertainment gets it. Lexi1397 says, I love KCD, but The Witcher 3 is best. Definitely not a Stunning Gamer says, I'll get like a 20 style cut and I'll pomade it. That could be fun. Kingdom Come Deliverance explains it, kinda. It does. Keep them, they look nice. Keep them? Yeah, well, yeah, but you get them multiple times throughout the thing. My favorite is when you get to Toussaint and you get the fancy clothing there. It's even fancier.
To stand before the ruler of the north and south. I must confirm that he knows how to bow.
Of course I know how to bow. I don't remember how to do it.
Please watch. Leg extended.
Head flat, head down, chin to chest. Extended, hand flat, head down, chin to chest. Yes. Right hand on chest. It was right hand on chest, right?
Lacking fluidity and grace. But
okay, I did it right.
Expect less of Northlings.
I love Adam's look from late in Deadwood. Adam. Who's Adam? I watched Deadwood recently, but I don't remember all their names.
The gentleman will address the Emperor only when asked to, and using the appropriate title.
Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I know.
Magnificency.
I see the gentleman is in the mood for jests. I fear the Emperor might not share his...
I like that the voice actor for Emir in here is the same guy that played Tywin Lannister in Game of Thrones. Listen to his voice. You'll recognize it. How embarrassing, that guy's wearing the same outfit as me.
Emir var Emreis.
Bow. Your Imperial Majesty.
Arer ep the order.
Velian namen, vatgen favor. I thought you bowed before no man.
See, here, it's Tywin Lannister.
Didn't want to disappoint the Chamberlain. We're friends.
We're friends. I like how he talks and how he has white makeup on.
Take it you didn't summon me to reminisce days, so...
Silence.
Rude. One of Swearingen's guys?
She's returned.
What was the name again? Adam? Is he the stupid one? The, like, one that's always putting his foot in his mouth? I know he's not the bartender. I can't remember his name either, but I don't think it's Adam.
20,000? 30? So why me?
You know why. Because she trusts you.
She trusts me.
I like how happy she looks in that picture. Reminds me of my middle daughter.
Looking for her. Doubt it's about making up for all those lost years.
For reasons of state, as always.
Hey, Dave Zill's back with wood. I don't have wood, but we'll see what happens if I see anything a little bit provocative. Crazy D Entertainment says, don't forget to get the card. Trust me, I was already thinking of that, Crazy D. I'm like, I gotta make sure. When I'm sweeping through, I go back in that door and go get the card. Also, there's a guy to play and get a card from. Dan, Adam, and Johnny. So Dan's the bartender. Adam must be the guy from, whatever, the other town that came and joined him later. And Johnny's the stupid guy.
Save your generosity.
She looks like an old man. Johnny is the dumb one. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'll do it for Ciri, not for your gold.
Whoa, that was a lot of what would.
Only results.
That's, yeah, hypermapping. That was the joke I was making. No, cooking wood. Yeah, Dave Zilla, sure. It took that long to get cooking wood. Mm-hmm.
Take him to the sorceress.
I typically reserve my wood for the morning. Blanking wood, cook versus Morn. Hey, hypermapping, we made the same joke, look at that.
Whom the gentleman
disgusts.
Need not bother.
Need not bother. Yeah, there's a guy I have to play for a card, and then there's the card that's hidden behind the door. I like her shirt/dress thing, looks cool. What?
I'm Herivard the Second, Prince of Elanda.
Hey, Morvan.
Mind if I enter?
Why not?
I'm just gonna skip through all this dialogue.
No. Never. Enough. So. So not.
Early morning wood is best not wasted. That's true. Suki says, hearing Henry Cavill's voice as The Witcher, then this game's VA just seems disappointing. Do you like Henry Cavill's more or Doug Cockle's? Because I definitely prefer the games, but that's because obviously played the games before I saw Henry Cavill do it. You know, maybe if Henry Cavill would have been my first exposure to the voice, then that would be what I think of, but it's not. Do you like the Emperor of the Niflheim Empire? Niflheim. What are you talking about? The Nine Realms? Can't remember how to get in there. If that was even the right spot.
One false move and you will regret it.
Hypermapping says, Step 1, be Vandian. Step 2, look at Lyanna for 2 seconds. Congrats, you have wood. Lexi said, I rather have this one. I pictured this voice while reading the books. That's what I'm saying, like...
Once the gentleman is done, he retrieve his possessions.
If you saw the show before playing the games, I could understand preferring Henry Cavill's version, you know? But, for me, that was not my experience. Seeing Henry Cavill, I'm like, it's okay, but it's not as good. He is a good actor, you know, and he's also a nerd, so he gets into the stuff like we do, so you have to respect it for that, but, yeah. The FFXV Niflheim Emperor looks dope. No, I mean the bad guys from Final Fantasy 15. Oh, I'm not a Final Fantasy kind of guy. I never much cared for the style of combat in there. Like any games like that, not nuts about.
I have no time.
Gotta get all the stuff. Ooh, a portrayal of the elder races. You gotta make sure. Crap! I wasn't able to loot that before I popped in.
That tunic, you look positively smashing.
Dying to take it off.
I'd consider that.
Right next to says Geralt, yeah, because they have one of the Hemsworths playing him now.
We've matters to attend.
I hope he has an Australian accent. That'll really immerse me in the world. I'm gonna skip all this. I know why she's here.
Geralt.
The only turn-based games I like are the South Park games. The fractured butthole and the stick of something. I've never played them, but I saw some people play them on YouTube, and they seemed amusing to me. I've never been a big South Park fan, but I've seen enough of it to like know who the characters are and stuff. Just skipping through the dialogue here because I just want to get to my Gwent. Southern Empire versus South Park.
And Geralt, I shall be.
There we go. Got through all that boring dialogue with the lady I don't much care for. Ooh, that was a cool looking book. It was all LG-ish. Ooh, there we got a letter to Yennefer. Not bad, not bad. Just got to get through all of these. Go talk to the ambassador, then I can go do my Gwent game, get my card, and we can head to Velen. Get to the actual game. Everything we've been doing so far has just been tutorial. Ooh, that's the new stuff that they added to the game. I forgot about it already. I remembered. I'm glad I accidentally looted that. You guys want to see what it looks like? Well, first of all, let's loot through all this, or read through all this crap. So we have it, if there's anything to say. Okay. Now. Oh, I can't go into my inventory yet. Dang. But yeah, there's a new suit of armor, new weapons, everything.
Directly. Ambassador Varatra. Yennefer suggested I ask you about current events.
Analytics are bulletproof. A Estonian gamer says, I mean, the palace looks dope. I'd like to live here. Yeah, me too.
How's the war going?
I assume
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, this attack, and so...
That had...
Returning, Radu.
Couldn't you...
I'm afraid.
Boo, 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 boo.
Not well.
They always... The only problem with games like this, Red Dead, Kingdom Come Deliverance, all that sort of stuff, is there's way too much exposition dumping at the beginning. So until you get, like, into the actual first act of the game, or I guess some people might even call it starting the second act, there's way too much exposition. I don't mind listening to a little bit of a spiel here and there, but, like, when you've got menu upon menu upon menu of exposition, it's just annoying, you know? I'd like to get into the action. Yay, loot. Yeah, I can't wait until we get to the point where we can change our clothing so I can try on that new armor and see what it looks like. Those guys the baddies, I mean the guys you are with now.
By returning...
Citrus and cloves. The fragrance... The Emperor is not known for his patience.
Yeah.
Alright, let's put our stuff back on. Crap, we can't put on the new stuff yet. We could put on the Temerian armor that we got, but the White Tiger of the West armor that we just picked up we can't put on yet. So we'll put on our Temerian armor. And then, what was the hunting gauntlets? That must be what we were wearing. And I assume hunting boots. Looks a little weird, but can't wait until we can try that White Tiger stuff. That looks good. We'll put our Witcher swords back on. Oop, almost forgot our crossbow. But the important thing is, we've now gotten to the point where we can do our Gwent. Are we the baddies? We are not the baddies, and neither is Nilfgaard. A long time ago, I considered making a video explaining why I think that Nilfgaard actually deserves to win against the Northern Realms. I don't know. Like I said, it totally depends on your point of view as to whether or not they're bad. This is the spot, isn't it? Why can't I get in there? Oh, it's over here. Aha. I was like, there's like a button or something. See? Look at this. We're going to use this button. It's going to open a door over here. Estonian Gamer says he is the baddies. The dwarfs are the baddies. I don't think the dwarfs are the baddies. Look at that. Enhanced saddle and an old letter. This guy got locked in here. But now, we can play our Gwent game with this guy sitting here. Fork versus spoon. You like doing a lot of competitions, don't you? Let's play, buddy.
Mind if you...
Should be able to add that new card to our deck, the one that we got last time. Zoltan Chive. And we'll get rid of this Redanian foot soldier. What trash. Alright, let's start the game. Alrighty. Well, we're probably looking good. How many siege engines did we have? We had 2. I'll keep both Kedwini siege engines then. We'll start with that. Alrighty. Well, we'll copy him. We'll go with an infantry. Ooh, he's got a hero. Rough, rough, rough. We'll stick with infantry since that seems to be his line of thought. It's too bad I don't have 2 blue stripes. Look at 3 random cards. What a cheater. At least they're not brothers in arms. Well, we've played that one out. Let's do... we'll try a siege. Because even if he plays... well, that's good. He got rid of the Scorch. I knew it had to be in there somewhere. Biting Frost. That we can let stand. Because, we can clear the weather. Yay! Look at that. See? Now we'll, do that. Boop boop. We win. I had to wait for him to pass. So now I've got 4 cards left. He's got 5, but I'll draw 1 and then I'll have 5. Ooh, and it's a spy. Excellent. Gently, let's go. Farkle is better than Gwent. No, Davezilla, Farkle is not better than Gwent. Oh, dang, he had a... Oh, dang, the 2 cards I drew were weather cards. Ah, yikes. Well, let's just wait him out on this one. Gwently, let's go. Liena versus Nico's Beard. Nico's Beard, no negative. That's true. We're gonna go all siege on this bad boy. Because I'm willing to bet, as a Nilfgaardian deck, he probably doesn't have great siege capability. Oh crap, neither do we! We used our siege on the last one! Well, let's just draw him out of cards. I should have enough for that. He's got 3 left. I've got 3 left. How am I going to do this? Well, we'll play our weak ones first. Good. Now we're tied. Dang, he's going to have 2 cards left. He's going to beat me. Well, let's see. He's got 2 cards left. I've got 1 left. He'll have to use them to win this one because I'm ahead of him. Okay. Damn. Alright. 1-1. Let's see what's up. Well, he's going to have 2 now. Oh, no, wait, no. He doesn't because he's... Look at that. Ha-ha. We win. Woo! Or the Nilfgaardians. Yes. Estonian Gamer. They are Nilfgaardians. Nico Asuasa. He has scourged Liana and got over it. Look at that. We did it. We win. Why does he still have a thing over his head?
See.
Okay, good. He's done. Alright, we've done it. We are the champions, my friends. No time for losing till the end. I don't remember the words. But that's where we're going to end the stream. We're going to get ourselves to Velen, and then we're going to end the stream. So, anyone have anything to say? Or if you haven't liked the stream or anything like that, now would be the time. Because we're going to, once we get to Velen and, I guess, where's the world map? That's not what I wanted. There it is. Why? I was like, where the heck's the button for the world map? Once we get to Velen, we'll excuse me. We'll be ending. Who are the Nilfgaardians? Oh, like who are they? They're a empire from the south that's kind of moving up and conquering the north. So they're they're kind of Roman-esque. MJ said monster deck is OP. I don't ever get into the monster deck. It relies too much on the multiplying, like the summoning cards, and I don't like that much. I typically build a really strong Nilfgaardian deck, and I just thrash with that. Bullet says, I was first to like the stream. Excellent job, Bullet. Crazy D Entertainment. What's the D stand for? Definitely not Estonian Gamer says good health. And Crazy D Entertainment says monster deck super sucks. Like I said, I've seen people that really love the monster deck. I just don't. I prefer Nilfgaard's deck. Lots of spies, strong balance, good at undoing weather problems. The Scoia'tael deck is probably the one I have the least experience with, but I don't much care for it. Early game I'm Northern Realms, and then late game I'm Nilfgaard. And then what's it called? In Blood and Wine, they added the other deck, the Skellige deck, but I pretty much never use it. But anyway, that's where we're going to end the stream. So we're in Velen. It's been great. I've enjoyed the whole thing, but we're almost to 3 hours. I need to eat something, and I got to get going. So y'all have a good day. Make sure you like the stream, blah, 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 if you didn't already. But we'll see you all next time. So thanks for... Oh, I should say, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Hypermapping, Sir Dave Zilla, definitely not Estonian Gamer, Bullet, Redneck Zeus, Crazy D Entertainment, all you guys, you were super active and it was excellent. So thanks for being here, but we'll see you next time.